There's a monster under my bed, and at my window there's a dragon. I accepted the challenge, it turned me into a savage. I broke a promise to myself again. I don't know why I am so vulnerable. They try to help, but I won't let them in. I guess rock bottom's where I'm comfortable. Both my feet planted when most people would've panicked. I embraced the storm, I found beauty in what was damaged. I'm not afraid of the boogeyman. Instead I look at him like he's a friend. There's not a monster out there in the world that's scarier than the one that's within. There's a creature in my closet, I can hear him rumbling around. The demon screaming in the distance creates such a humbling sound. The monster that's outside my window, he's like family to me now. The things that people are afraid of never let me down.
Not to say this no, but I'm hated so. My religious freaks say I'm the biggest beast and that I made it grow. When I spray this flow, I created mo. Creatures are like when I heat up the mic, I'm a breed of the night, but I'm tainted though. By the darkness I'm binded, I sparked it and shined it. They find it cause mine is woe. But that they label me a demon seed, wanna disable me to see them bleed, hinder me fatally and see them grieve, no. You would not believe the creature inside me. If you deceive, Khalifa's lively. We disagree when people defy me or try to take his. Whatever the fuckery toward them, you don't wanna wake this. You forsake his with a sacred, then it's over no matter what your faith is. I'm a creature.
There's a creature in my closet, I can hear him rumbling around. The demon screaming in the distance creates such a humbling sound. The monster that's outside my window, he's like family to me now. The things that people are afraid of never let me down.
Yeah, I managed to get myself in trouble, all of this pain. Yeah, I'm damn in the double dose of liquor's always to blame. If I could keep myself sober, I keep my hands to myself. I take a shot and it's over, that's how I end up in hell. I hope I don't pass it down to my offspring. They get everything from their daddy, feel like I'm addicted to all things. There's no reason to change, gone too far now. And I'm stuck in my ways, back at the bar now. They say I'm a virgin, they right, I ain't perfect, alright. So when I'm thirsty, I'm perking and purposely searching for something that's hurting me so. I just can't pack up and go, I just back out of it slow. That's how it go, I thought to back out the hole. And next like I don't know. Okay. I think he be laughing at me, hands be grabbing at me. Feel like God let it happen to me, dab it blasphemy. And these be a dab it naturally. Okay, yeah. I think I better let it go. Either that or I gotta let it know. And I can't do that.
There's a creature in my closet, I can hear him rumbling around. The demon screaming in the distance creates such a humbling sound. The monster that's outside my window, he's like family to me now. The things that people are afraid of never let me down.
Hey, hello, everybody. Well, hello, Lips. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you. I think I got all of you. Let me see. I hate missing people. Copy that. I don't think I saw you. I was trying to catch most of you and give you some good mornings as you came in. Now, can you guys all hear me okay? I like to check that first because I can't even... Whoa, you guys had an earthquake too? I was just going to say I had an earthquake. I don't know where you are, copy that, but we just had a small earthquake too. I feel like it was about maybe a half hour ago, maybe a little less. Oh, shit. Who here felt the earthquake? I think like last year or the year before, maybe a year or two ago, I was just chilling out here doing some shit with my greenhouse and it started shaking. And I noticed the house, I'm used to, I'm near a naval base. So there's always, planes and shit, as I'm always complaining about the noise and everything. That's always going around. There's rumbling and shit. So I'm used to noise, but this was different last time. Everything was shaking. The house, the glass, I could hear. So that kind of, I was like, whoa, something's not right here. But I was like, but we don't get earthquakes. We don't get earthquakes. What's going on? But no, that was an earthquake. So it really was last time. And I don't know if it was somewhere else. Oh, New York and New Jersey. I'm in an island. I'm on Cape Cod, and I felt the earthquake. So that is really weird. Now, can anyone tell me, was there any kind of a damage? So maybe what I felt was a bit of a little aftershock or something. That's really bizarre. I didn't know anyone else. I thought it was just another little quake that we got. This has never been an area for quakes. I'm not near any ring of fire or anything like that. I'm not an area known for earthquakes. It's just weird how shit's been changing over the years. You felt your couch move up? Did you really? Are you messing with me? Um, okay, I kinda gotta figure that out if people got damage or anything. I mean, I have family in Alaska and they're on the ring of fire and they were in a I think it was 7.4, one of the last ones, and it was very dangerous and shit was destroyed in their area. I have a brother and sister there and some cousins and stuff, and they got. Actual my Actually, my brother's kid, who was I guess, kinda like, elementary age, preschool, he was in his bed taking a nap, and just as my brother walked down the hallway, as the furniture was tipping over, the bureau and the shelves, he was able to dive and grab his son, or the whole bureau and bookshelf would have fell on his child's bed and hit him. So he got to his kid just in time for that earthquake, that really big one. I think actually, who else I think Alaska Bush Mom is in the area, and she felt that last big quake I'm talking about too. Oh, hey traders. Now, I wasn't planning this. Excuse me one second. I wasn't planning this whole gladiator thing, but when I saw it, it was too good not to. If anyone wants to come up and comment with me, I didn't even finish the shit. It was hilarious. I'm like, no, I must play this. But I was going to play something else. I saw this clip of I know some of you are familiar with that case, with the little boy that was found in the woods in the suitcase. It's a really sad case, and nobody knew whose child it was. They just found him, passed away in the suitcase. Clearly, somebody had done something to him. Well, after quite some time on the run, they caught the mother, and allegedly it was a mom and a friend of hers that may have, done this. So she just went to court for her, I guess you would call it, arraignment. They've already scheduled the pre-trial and trial, and let me tell you, I was gonna play you that clip. It's about 13 minutes long, but it was too wild. I was thinking a traitor, she needs to see this. This lady was talking about the Space Forces after her, something about planets and shit. I was getting total Daryl Brooks vibes. This lady wants to represent herself. She wants to be her own lawyer, and she was rolling her eyes and making all these faces just like Daryl Brooks. So that's what I was gonna show you, and that was about a 13-minute clip, but then I was alerted to the Gladiator grannies were at it again, two, both on panel. Yes, both on panel last night at Morbid's. So I don't know which clip to play first. I don't know if I should do the lady who thinks she's part alien, and she's saying that her son had a 63-year-old demon in him and he wasn't really a son, and that these entities use children as their avatars, and it was really wacko shit. So I was almost going to play that, and then I saw that and I'm like, oh my goodness, yeah, it looks like another Daryl Leslie. She was adamant that she wants to be her own lawyer. The judge tried to give a court appointed one. He made a suggestion, how about we just put you one on the side that you can consult with, and she said, no thank you. No, thank you. I have a master's in what did she say? It had nothing to do with law or anything, but just she wanted to throw her master's out there. And he's like, okay. But then when she was just about to go back to the jail, she was already almost out the door. And he's like, no, hold up. I'm going to appoint you one. And we're just going to have that on standby because I think they're going to have to probably give her some kind of competency test. Maybe I should play that one because the crime itself is not funny. It's absolutely horrific, but just this lady thinking that the Space Force is after her and the whole eyeball rolling and shit. You all got to see this shit. I'll play that one first. Oh, I don't think they're gonna let her. The judge played along with it a little bit at first. Okay, you didn't watch that. Yeah, I was alerted to the. I just put the panel part. I went right to that timestamp. The judge in the Daryl Brooks was a saint. I don't know any judge that would put up with that type of shit. He was psychotic, abusive. I think her whole thing was she was trying not to do anything on the grounds that could cause a mistrial, or this guy was looking for a loophole out of it if she made one wrong move. So she was playing it safe, extra safe. But he was a complete psycho. And his ass is never getting out. Rightfully so. So I'll do the suitcase one first. So it's about the mother of a boy found dead in the suitcase in Indiana makes first court appearance. I don't know if anyone in here has seen that. Before I play it, I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to make it larger, actually, so you can see her facial expressions, because it is worth it. And the whole space, and yeah, it sounded like, from what I heard, traders, it sounded like he really tried to, be a good referee with them too. It's, and I really, from the little bit that I did listen to, because I saved some of it, I could really hear with both of them on panel, the one that was interrupting the most, in my opinion. It was very, very obvious to me. The one person that, when, in my opinion, when Rose would go to answer when it was her turn, she was interrupted every time, and it would just go on and on and on. So it looked like a job that most people wouldn't want to deal with, to be the referee for that. I will say that. But we'll do the short little clip of the court first. We'll get that out of the way. Because, you don't see shit like this every day. Oh, and she said she's 63, which I don't think.
2210 F1833, State of Indiana versus John Anderson. Ms. Anderson, for the record, would you state your full name, please?
Yes, I am Princess Califia Hatan Tupape II, representing the entity Dejon Anderson.
Princess something the second, representing her name. Did you catch that? She's a princess.
You're known as Dejon Anderson.
I'm representing the entity as Dejon Anderson.
She's representing the entity. Let me see this name here. Her name is Dejon Anderson. That is her she's speaking of. I'm representing the entity of Dejon Anderson, which is actually this lady.
Your date of birth?
My date of birth is February 2nd, 1961.
That would make you how old?
That would make me 63 years old.
And the last 4 digits, your social security number?
I'm stopping here because after she said she was 63 years old, I checked this out on another channel that was doing their show of this, and there's lots of people in the chat saying she's actually 38. So I don't know why she's saying she's 63. Maybe that's where I got that. The entity that she is right now is 63, maybe. Otherwise, she's got some damn good skin and better give us some beauty regimen.
I do not have a social security number. I have a declaration of nationality underneath the Washita Moors of the Indigenous People of the United Nations, Chapter 221593.
What's your address?
My address is
Ow, my ears. Ah, it's a safety thing. I didn't realize.
Do you have a good contact telephone number?
I don't know my contact number by heart.
There's going to be another beep.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, including alcohol today?
No, I'm not.
You read and understand the English language?
Yes, I do.
If I say so.
Also, can we just take a minute to point out those pink handcuffs? Because I've never seen pink handcuffs like that in courts. I don't know about any of y'all, but I'm wondering if it's some sort of enamel dip or maybe some sort of rubberized coating so it doesn't hurt their wrist, because pink handcuffs? I don't know. Never seen that in court.
Something you don't understand, will you let me know?
I will most definitely will.
Ms. Anderson,
Snuffle up Plus Island.
Officer Music, who's investigated this, looked for you for the past 2 years. And Prosecutor Hunt have charged you with 3 counts of criminal conduct. Count 1 is murder as a felony. Would indicate that between April the 10th,
They zoomed in on the
2022,
cuffs.
and April the 16th, 2022, in Washington
Enamel dipped.
County, state
Okay.
of Indiana, you did knowingly or
They did look
intentionally
enamel
kill
dipped to
another
me.
human being, that being child victim number 1. Contrary to the form of the statute, such case is made and provided by Indiana Code 35-42-1-1, parentheses 1,
Wait, who's going live? Is Lips going live? Is that what you mean, traders?
and against the peace and dignity of the state of Indiana.
Oh, you have a set
Count 2.
that you used? I didn't know they came in colors.
Resulting in death.
For law enforcement or courts, I didn't know they came in colors. Now, we know that they have pink fuzzy ones and all those other ones, but I'm talking about courts. I never knew they had colors.
As a level 1 felony would indicate between December the 1st, 2021 and April the 16th, 2022.
Oh, she's getting
Washington
interviewed.
County, state
Okay,
of
I didn't know
Indiana,
that.
You being at least 18 years of age and having the care of child victim 1.
Interesting,
dependent,
Rand.
less than 14 years of age, did knowingly place said dependent in a situation that endangered the dependent's life or health and which resulted in the death of child victim number 1.
Huh. The
Count
first for
3,
me.
obstruction of justice as a level 6 felony would indicate that between April the 10th, 2022 and April the 16th.
There's a lot of good faces coming up. This lady does a lot of eyeball faces, so wait for them.
In Washington County, state of Indiana, you did alter, damage, or
Alien
remove
setup.
a record, document, or thing with the intent to prevent said item from being produced or used as evidence.
Oh, and she
in
talked
legal
about
proceedings
Space Force. I
or
almost
an
fell.
administrative or criminal investigation, contrary to the form of the statute.
She's not
made,
63.
such case provided. The murder, a felony, has a range of imprisonment from 45 years to 65 years, with the advisory sentence being 55 years and up to a $10,000 fine. The level 1 felony neglect of a dependent resulting in death has a
Hey, Night Stalker. I'm playing a clip of Dejuan Anderson. Dejuan, yeah, that's how you say it. Anderson, and I think she's age 38. She said she's age 63. This is the mother who is alleged to have murdered her little boy, the one that was found in the suitcase. Do you remember the little boy in the suitcase, and they couldn't identify him at first or who his family was? She's been on the run for a couple years, I believe, but I couldn't. When I saw this early, I had to play it because this woman starts talking about entities. She just announced that she's a princess representing Dejuan Anderson, and she's going to start talking about Space Force being after her and all this loony stuff. So it gives me what's his name vibes. What did I just say? Daryl Brooks vibes for sure, because she wants to represent herself, and she played the sovereign citizen card too.
arrangement in prison.
She's a
20
princess.
years, 40 years, with the advisory sentence being 30 years and up to a $10,000 fine. And the level
Stream
6
the trial,
felony
just do it like.
has a range of imprisonment of no time in jail. It's treated as a misdemeanor.
Oh, it's too good not to. I'll figure that out when the trial comes, the rules and stuff. But it says April 25th is the pretrial for this at 9 a.m. Then there was another June 15th date. I don't know if that's the trial set. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm gonna have to try to figure that out because this is gonna be good, I think.
The 2.5 years at the Indiana Department of Corrections, with the advisory sentence being
Cause of death,
up to a
electrolyte imbalance.
$10,000 fine.
Thank you,
Do you
Chaotic.
understand what you've been charged with?
I do understand.
Okay. And do you understand the potential penalties?
I do.
Do you intend to hire a lawyer?
Zoom in on those
Or is
cups again.
someone likely to hire a lawyer for you?
I want to file a motion for self-representation.
You understand if you do that, you are required to conduct yourself as a lawyer to be able to board our potential jurors, to abide by the rules of evidence, to abide by the rules of procedure.
It's terrible traders.
I do understand. I have a master's in history,
That doesn't give you a law degree, though.
but I do understand how to read procedures and understand the court procedures.
I got a master's in
Just
history.
because you represent yourself, doesn't ensure yourself of a good lawyer, you know.
That's a personal opinion, but I understand.
Make your request in writing. Okay.
I will. most
Yeah.
definitely.
Yes, Night Stalker.
Can you give me at least just like 5 days and I could get it
I
to you?
can certainly give you 5 days to do that. I think what my intention would be, let me ask you this. Can you afford a lawyer?
It's not that I can't afford a lawyer. It's that I want to do self-representation due to I understand the nature of my case, and I understand that this is my life on the line, and I do understand that there are things that involve my case as far as the evidence that I hold, which is Q classified evidence, which should
Q classified evidence. Did you hear that? Which should be turned over. Let's continue. Here's where it gets a little weird.
be turned over to Judge Advocate General Courts immediately, if possible, because my case involves other cases that are open currently with Judge Advocate General Courts, as well as federal investigations that are open.
Well, if the Judge Advocate General approaches us, we'll address it at that point in time.
Okay.
How about I appoint you standby?
Oh, no, thank you.
No, thank you. All right. You make your written request.
How about I
I
appoint
need to
you?
advise you, you have a right to a speedy public trial by jury in this county. You have the right to face all witnesses against you, to question and cross-examine those witnesses. You have the right to have witnesses brought into court to testify on your behalf, and at your request, the court will issue subpoenas requiring those individuals to come into court to testify on your behalf and bring evidence in. You have the right to have the state prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
I wonder what
You have
planets
the
are
right to
involved.
remain silent. You cannot be required
Probably
to give any
Pluto.
testimony or make any statements against yourself to anyone. You
Or is
do
it
have the right to be
Pluto?
heard your
Pluto.
arguments and then hear
Planet
trial
Pluto.
concerning the charges against
I figured traders would know.
Anything you say, however, may be used against you. Do you have any questions concerning your rights?
No, I do not.
Then I will set this matter for a pretrial conference on the 25th day of April
Uranus.
at 9 a.m. A trial date of the 6th day of August.
6th of August. I gotta write that down.
At 8:30 a.m. and an omnibus date of June the 15th. Do you have any questions at all?
No, I do not have any questions.
All right. You'll sign this reappearance slip.
August 6th.
We'll discuss the issue of bond.
Did you see that
Ms.
face?
What's the state's position?
Q classified.
Given the gravity of this case, first of all, I would like for you just to take judicial
Now she's gonna pull a Dower Brooks and already object in a second here, so this is
notice
funny.
of the probable cause affidavit that the state filed in support of these 3 charges, which resulted in the arrest warrant. I'd also like to bring to the judge's attention that it's almost a 2-year mark of officers locating
Hey, Fluffy.
this, at the time, unidentified little boy in the woods. So I would argue that the defendant has been a fugitive since that time. Her identification has been made. I think that raises any bond in a murder case to be something of the utmost importance and should be of an amount that should be very difficult, if not impractical, for her to be able to afford. Or I feel she will be.
She said, I object. It's not time for that yet.
Abscond from this court. She's never been from Indiana. She's not from Washington County, is my understanding. She was located in California.
Nobody
So
stopped
on that
anything.
reserve, I would leave that to the court. And if further motion is needed on the state's behalf, I will make that.
Can I make
Ms. Anderson, you just made an objection.
Yes.
State the basis of your objection.
The basis of my objection is the fact that I am not a fugitive. I have been under NSA surveillance for the past 8 months. And how can that qualify me as a fugitive on the run when I've also had a detail from Space Force that was following my every move when I contacted
All
the
right.
Indiana State
Well, let me
to
tell
arrest
you,
me?
that is not a valid legal objection. If you want to represent yourself, you're going to have to learn the rules of evidence and the rules of procedure, because if you conduct yourself like this and make these types of objections, you have no chance in the world, baby. So objection overruled, but I will let you make argument in regards to bond.
He's not going to play the same judge.
So that's my argument is that I have been under surveillance by NSA for
I would
over
have
8
died
months.
in court if I heard that.
I also have a detail that follows me everywhere I go from Space Force military. As into, I also contacted Indiana State. I think it was a federal marshal that I called to have my location tracked to pick me up. So there's no type of extent of me running where I need this astronomical bond on my charges.
Well,
Sounded like
that's sort of
astronomical.
interesting, because it's my understanding Officer Busick has been in touch with almost every one of those agencies, and they haven't been able to identify your location until recently. So I'm gonna set your bond at no bond at this particular point in time. If Space Force comes forward and tells me that they're willing to monitor you, we'll take up the issue of bond at a later time.
Okay.
So he played along right there. If Space Force is going to come forward and recognize you.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, we'll be off record at 1:40.
How can anyone take this seriously in there?
She's remanded to the custody of the Washington County Sheriff's Department.
It's almost over, and then I'll play the next clip. But he's about to change his mind anyways. This shit was too funny not to share. In one way, I kind of want to see her represent herself because it will be good entertainment, but it also is serious. It's a serious case. He's going to change his mind. He's like, no.
Oh, 1 second. Go back.
Space Force.
All right. Based upon what I've just heard, I'm gonna ask someone from the Public Defender Office to be assigned to represent Ms. Anderson. If she files a written request and demonstrates that she has the ability to understand and comprehend and represent herself, I may ask them to withdraw or no longer require their services.
He's like, we better just plan this now.
It's appropriate that someone from the Public Defender Office be assigned at this particular point in time. If private counsel is hired, they can withdraw. We'll be off record.
Thank you.
So I don't think he's going to be like the other judge and just play along with it. He did for one moment play along with it, and then he's like, nope. So I honestly think under wraps, I don't think they're going to let it happen. I think she didn't even say anything again or object again when he talked about hiring her counsel on the back, But what I suspect is they're probably going to do, away from the public, and I think they're going to order a competency exam and everything like that, a psych exam, before they even consider. I just think they'll probably keep it to themselves, because clearly this woman thinks, or she's alleging to think, we don't know if she's just making it up, of course, that she's got peeps after her and she thinks she's 63 years old and she doesn't have a social security number, and all that stuff. It's kind of odd. It was definitely too interesting not to share. So her pretrial is April 25th at 9 a.m. And then there's a trial set for August 6th, potentially. So this could be something worthwhile, worth watching, worth streaming. And now I'm going to go to our next thing. So that's, pretty much earlier I was like, I think I'll just go show that, And I had no plans on the other stuff. And then someone texted me that the Gladiator grannies were added again. And it's just like, again, really? But when you think about it, I haven't seen them both on the same panel in a while. I know it's been talked about, and I don't know this channel very well, obviously, besides, other stuff. So I think, let's see. But I've been accused on this channel, of course, of being somebody else. I got to fix my layout real quick. Now, if you remember, PCT went on this panel and told Morbid that I am Granny's watching and all that stuff, but we're going to see some Gladiator grannies, but I'm going to have to do my little thing. I got to do my little fair use now because, got to do it.
Fair use. 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 Fair use.
Yes, Mama T, if you see this or are listening, or it gets, I had to keep using your voice with the fair use because at this point, for me, it's like a classic. Hope you don't mind. I think it's funny. So let's begin over here. Now, I don't know if I want to keep the chat on. I don't know if I'm going to have to. I don't know if this is, well, actually, let me just, I'll have to be sure to do my stops and everything. I might have to change the speed here and there.
I think I can help you all. And no long-windedness. When Rose wants to say something, Rose will say something. When Tina wants to respond, Tina will do so. Here it is. Tina, thank you for being here. And
hi, I've been listening.
I will say it did appear like a lot of people were in this. I even saw the Lightning Tiger in chat. I saw a lot of different people from a lot of different communities in this.
I gave her.
I just had no idea what was going on.
well, she never had an opportunity to speak.
No,
on
I
this
know
platform.
that. No, I mean I've been listening. I haven't
Come
even
on to
been in
panel.
chat because I knew she wouldn't give me that chance if she didn't get at least a half hour in.
You've been up here a million times.
Yeah,
I've barely been. I've never
I've been up here
here
twice.
You've been up here way more than that, and you've expressed yourself many
Well,
times.
Tina, let me just say something.
It's not starting
Rose
off
never
well.
been up here before, so
That's right.
I want.
Oh, this is Rose's first time over there. I didn't know that.
Wanted to give her an
I've only been
opportunity.
up here twice.
I know, that's fine.
Rose thing.
Yeah,
But
it's really
Rose has
short.
been up here
Tina.
0 times. This is her first time.
Okay.
here.
Yes.
So
This
let's
is my
just
first
And then
time.
I was up another time with Ernie Shell stuff.
exactly.
But this is what I wanted to say. Rose did not say, I will give you the money. What she said was this, and I have it on tape. She goes, you know what? I'll give you some of the money so you'll go. No, you know what? I'm not giving you anything. This and that. And so for her to push, like she has this chunk of money she's going to give me, there's no excuse not to see my mom. That's not true.
Okay,
Flat
stop there.
not
Let
true.
Team Rose respond to that.
Wow.
Rose?
There's the key word, let her respond, because after this gets going, it's kind of hard for Rose to get any words in.
Go ahead.
Okay, first of all,
Clean
that was
team.
a tiny part of the whole thing. Second,
Clean team. This is last night's panel with Team Rose and PCT, who have been at it for quite some time now. They finally got together on one panel. It's been a while since they've done that, and they hashed it out, apparently.
of all, if you would really go, I would have helped you. And even if I wasn't going to help you, you have a lot of ways to make the money to go see her. It is not about me giving you money, Megan. Your excuses for not going to see your mother were because of your cats. And I can show the list of what you wrote to me in our private messages of all the cat fees. That's what your
Right.
excuse was. It had nothing to
But that's
do
not
with
all
me
of it.
giving you money. Why are you
That's
even
not
bringing
all
up
of
me
it.
giving you money? Why? So
That's
you're not
not
going to see your
all of
mother
it.
unless I give you money.
Okay, so
That's
Rose
not all of
just
it.
threw out
It's
that.
not just cats.
So, okay, Tina, respond
Yeah,
to that.
it's
If
not
it's not just the cats, what
I
else
wrote
was it?
Cats down.
So what else was it?
Right. Well,
Explain.
I wrote cats down because they're expensive, and that's the only time they can get to the vet
We
for
understand that.
deworming and things
We
like
understand.
that.
But
Yeah.
what are the other
I don't quite understand that. That's the only time they can get to the vet? Because we're talking about the 12-year not going, right? Was there a specific date in mind? I didn't get how that fit in, but
factors that you couldn't see your
What's
mom?
the only time
The
they
other
could get to the vet?
factors that I haven't, the other factors that I haven't been there in 12 years
Okay.
are 3 years of the darn C disease is in there. CPS being
COVID.
involved when I first got back from seeing her, dad trying to take her, me having to do lawyer stuff, and her husband getting cancer. A year of radiation, a year of chemo, and a year of whatever. if you add that up, that's about 7 years. So I know your brain is going,
Okay,
what
Tina.
about the
Her
other
husband
5?
having cancer, an
Why-
excuse
But Rose,
to not go visit your
I'm
mom.
not gonna go there.
Okay,
when there's
yeah.
the
Let's not go
disease
there.
When someone has cancer.
Okay,
How
so
stupid are you?
so Tina, calm
How
down for a second.
judgmental
Rose,
are you?
Rose.
Now
I'm
let
not
her
going to
respond.
Give someone the fucking C disease. You
Okay.
don't believe in it. Okay. I'm a Democrat.
I understand.
Ugh, I don't believe in that making just personal. I won't talk about politics on here because I used to get heated over that, and I've seen a lot of good people lose friendships over it, and I don't think it should ever go there. It's really, I don't think that's anything to lose friends over. It's ridiculous. So I refuse to do that stuff, but I don't like the connection with how it's been made political. We're talking about an illness, and it's people have just politicized the hell out of it. Okay, and I don't like that.
That makes sense over there on that side. That's her feelings
Stop
and thoughts.
announcing that. It's embarrassing.
But Rose, do
No,
you?
she doesn't.
You're
She doesn't let anyone talk, and it gets more and more obvious as this goes on.
embarrassing.
No,
It
you're
is out there,
embarrassing.
whether you
No,
wanna
you're
think
embarrassing.
so or not.
Okay, ladies,
No, you
one
are.
second here.
Tina,
We got a lot of
are.
stuff
If you want
going
to go
on.
visit
And
your
you
mom, it's
threatened-
none of my fucking business.
You threatened those
Why do you even
messages.
bring up-
You
what-
threatened
what do you mean
over
you
and over
threatened
again.
me?
I'm going public. I'm gonna drag you.
So what,
You
Tina?
even said
So
the word
fucking
drag.
what,
All
I'm
right,
gonna
all right,
drag you.
ladies.
And when you said that, you
Tina,
Yeah, see,
let
she says
Rose
so
get a
what?
chance to
Focus.
respond here, please.
Focus.
What? It was a half an hour.
All right.
I lost my
All right.
mind because you know what, Tina? You never had any compassion for me and my mother and what I went through, ever. And you still
How
don't.
can I?
Ooh, I
You
love a
can't
good sandwich.
Well,
How
the list was
can I?
kind of
It didn't
black.
happen to me.
It was
What do you want me to do?
hour.
Hey,
Oh,
Rose, can I ask you a
hours and
question? One
hours.
sec.
By the way, if anyone at any point wants to come up to do commentary on this video with me, feel free. I will drop you the link.
Second, ladies,
Hey,
one
ask her
I
second.
what-
wanted you to
Ask
visit your
her-
mother, but you clearly
No,
will do
ask her
anything
what
to
she
avoid it.
ordered.
Why don't you tell me
No.
why you
No,
you waged World
tell
War III
me.
against me? Why'd you
Let's try to
wage
bring
a
down the
war
temperature,
against me?
ladies. Little.
Yeah.
Instead of going to
Rose?
see your mother, you wage a war against
Rose,
me, trying to make me look
tell
bad,
me-
Tina, so that nobody
No.
notices that you're
No.
blowing
Okay,
off your
guys,
mom.
let's bring it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's bring it
Tell
down.
me-
I want to hear Rose's
Morbid?
answer
Yeah,
to
Morbid.
one thing.
Ask Rose what she expects from me. What does she
Okay,
expect
okay, hold on.
from me
I will in a
relation to
bit.
her mother's stuff.
All right, Tina. Thank
I
you. Thank you.
expected you
Rose,
to go
can you?
visit your mom.
Rose, before
No,
you.
no, that has to do with me and
I'm
my
trying
mom.
here.
What do you
Oh my
expect
God.
from me, Rose,
Hey,
in
Rose.
relation to what you went through with your mother?
Okay,
What
let her
is it
answer
you
that
really
question.
expect?
Let her
Yeah,
answer that
yeah.
question.
One question at a time, please. One answer at a time. God.
Okay, so
Literally,
Rose, what do you
literally,
expect?
Megan, literally,
Yeah.
Megan, what do
Yeah.
I expect from you?
Oh my God.
Absolutely fucking nothing.
Where's a nutsack in my chat? What? Does that have a real penis? If that's a real nutsack, I guess I might have to delete that, or somebody, could you? Check if
All
it's a
right,
real
that's
nutsack in question.
Well, now,
good place to end
but
right
what you
there. She
wanted
doesn't
was to
expect anything,
control
Tina.
me and vicariously live through me.
Or cover
so
your nads
I'll
and
get
come back.
Analyzing me. Go
when
visit your
you
mother and
want me
shut the
to.
fuck up. Get
No.
on a plane,
All right,
bitch.
so that's
No.
not good, guys. Come on, let's bring it down.
No,
No,
that's
let's bring
not
it down.
good. Okay,
It's
you
true.
want to psychoanalyze me because you don't want to go visit your mom?
You psychoanalyzed me for 12 days, lady, and
No,
you know it.
no,
you
Megan.
don't love your mother. I love your mother. I'll go see your mother.
You know, maybe Rose will come in here. Then I can get her perspective. Let's see. Chaotic. I hear you. Why? Oh, I didn't see that. But oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Do your nuts hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Yeah, do whatever y'all gotta do. It's all good.
Mother. Fuck
Tina, I
you.
got
Mods.
Tina, I got a question for you.
Why don't you let me go see your mother? I'll go
Answer
see your
this
mother. I'll go
honestly.
see your mother. I'll
See
go see
that?
your mother.
She
I'll go
even
see your
Rose,
mother.
come on.
A
come on.
nutsack in a
Gone with
jar?
you, Tina.
See,
I would have
I
taken
don't
you.
want you to go with me. You're a
I
control
know.
freak. You're a control freak.
Okay, Tina,
Okay, I have enough
let
of
me
that
ask
in
you a
my life.
question. Tina,
Why are
let
you
me
even up here, Tina?
Tina, let
I
me
knew
ask
this
you a
was gonna
Because you
question.
happen.
lied. You lied about the
No,
money.
you're the liar, hon.
No,
you're the
making
liar.
it sound
You
like
make
you had money
excuses
for me to
everything.
go.
And you
No.
lied about me.
No.
And you lied
No.
about me repeatedly.
And this is the other thing, Morbid. I really did
Morbid.
forget about
Clean team. These two. What are we at? Like, does anyone know? Is this like week 3? This has been going on. This has been going on for quite a while now. It might even be a month. I don't know, something like that.
the 200. I remembered the 60, but I forgot she gave me 200.
Okay, I
When
understand. But
saw
Tina, can I
it-
ask you a question? Let me ask you a
Yeah.
question. Team
And then you
Rose
called me a
said,
liar for a
okay,
whole
we get
week.
it. You guys are both liars.
I do remember when this 200 was mentioned, just because I did hear about this. You know, Team Rose was saying she gave her $200. PCT was saying no, you didn't. But then I did hear PCT say there's a chance that she, to be fair, that she may have forgotten about the 200, and if Rose could show her the proof of that, she would apologize. I don't know if she ever apologized, but I do think that Team Rose did show the proof. So I don't know if the apology happened, but I do know she said she would. So doesn't sound like they're in the mood for that right now, though.
Liars are calling each other liars. I
I'm
get
not a
it. I get
liar.
it.
That is not something I'm
You're not-
accepting.
Raylan, I don't think they've both been on a panel yet since this all blew up. I mean, I can't think of a time when they both have since when it first started, but I could be wrong.
Not liars, but you guys are calling each other liars. I understand where this is coming from now. Tina, I have a question. So Rose earlier said that you, after that 30 minutes, okay, that was chaos, and it caused an issue with your friendship with Team Rose, who, by the way,
We'll
hasn't she
protect
been
you,
nice
clean
to you
team.
prior to that? She was giving. She was a good friend, right?
Yeah.
You could
Well,
admit
yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
She was,
Yeah. And guess
Actually, wait. Sorry to stop this again. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know. I think Rose is gonna turn on her camera. I just realized, don't they both? Isn't their hair similar now? Doesn't Rose have a haircut like that, or is hers a little bit longer? I find that interesting now. I'm gonna wait and see when I'm gonna focus on that when Rose turns on her camera.
what though?
kind.
I was a good friend too.
Okay.
I mailed her a card and thanked her for the gifts. And you know what she did? She had to smear me about that too. And
All
say
right,
that it
wait,
was only
okay.
a sentence long.
I just wanted to establish you
Stay
guys
focused.
are good friends.
You find fault with everything about me, and you have ever since I didn't bow down to your wishes of hopping on a plane.
But guys, we
with
got to
a
find some
freaking
commonality
Oh, Ernie
here
did.
Why don't
Yeah,
you know
bow
what?
down.
to get
You
this
wanna
to
bow
work.
down?
Yeah,
down.
I'm very curious about that now, Kimmykins. Now I want to see if they if she got like a similar haircut. That's what I'm.
Bow
Go see
down.
my mom within
Why don't you
3
bow
days.
down to me right now? Go bow down.
All right,
Get on your
guys,
hands
enough
and
of
knees.
that.
You're weird.
Get on your
You're
hands and knees.
weird.
Let's stay on
You're
topic
weird.
here. Tina, I haven't
us
answered
your
my
butt
question.
and how
I haven't
cute it
asked
is.
my
You're
Show us
question.
your
weird.
butt.
You're the one
Rose said, "Show us your butt and show us how cute it is."
that
You're
has,
weird.
has naked cam things
Guys,
out there
come
with your
on.
face on the
Let's
body.
not the
Uh-oh.
insults. Not the
Uh-oh.
insults. Come on.
Shots
Yeah,
fired,
do
man.
better than
and you
this.
trashed me
You're
for that.
gonna
I never
lie?
trashed you for putting
She's
your cock
lying
in the
and saying someone else's face is on
camera.
there.
Hey, to be fair, PCT, did you just hate on her for having her camera girls, whatever that is? We know, allegedly, she's got her boobies up on a cam thing, when she was I don't know how long ago it was, but it was a while ago. So her boobs are on the internet. We've heard about this, but I don't think it's in your place to put her down for that when you literally go on your channel and flash us your cooter. Because we've seen lots of cooter shots. Your cooter, in fact, got one of my recent lives taken down for nudity because it was that bare. We could see it all, the outline, the crease, all of it, hanging all out, flapping in the wind. And you wore nude colored underwear, so I had to go on and talk to the Google Assistant about that to tell them you had nude colored underwear. It's not nudity.
I never trashed
Whatever.
you for anything you did. I did only supported you, and I overlooked
and
your
I
greed.
supported
I
you.
overlooked the fact that you're a money.
I supported you. And I
know
have
you
my
didn't
own
support me
trauma
on
in
anything.
life.
No.
But for you to try to tarnish, my relationship with my mother,
shut up
who you
and
don't
stop
know,
even thinking about
you've
me.
only known me for a few months.
You supported a
I've
guy
been
who
on
threatened my
bicycle trips with
grandson.
I also think every time, Rose goes to answer, she's answering the question that PCT just brought up, or and then PCT's still going on about more things. So Rose doesn't get a chance to finish each answer,
My
And
mother
you
to
stuck
New
up for
York.
this guy's
Have
daughter.
you? Have you
Sandy.
been on long bicycle trips with your mother when you were a little girl?
It was
All
those
right,
damn
guys,
nude
we're going
underwear.
tit for tat here.
Oh
I
my
did this.
God,
Well,
You
Tina,
did
are you
this.
fucking
No,
kidding me?
no,
Guys,
because
I want to
sound like
say
the
says I don't
something
have
here.
a morbid. She's been saying for 3 weeks I don't have
For
a
3
relationship
weeks?
with
How
my
many minutes?
mother.
But
How many
Tina, you
minutes? How
guys are
many
going
minutes?
back and
Abuse
forth,
there.
okay?
Your
Tina, you've been
This is a very long argument about a mom, I gotta say, you know?
going back and
Abuse
forth
It's
with
there.
none of
Rose.
my
There
business,
must be
Tina.
abuse there. And then when I didn't go see my
And
mother
then-
within
Okay,
3
Lily.
days, she dragged me and my
She
father.
dragged me.
That's
Poor
when
Tina.
you got
Oh,
vile.
poor
When you
Tina. You're
brought
such
up
a
my
victim.
dead dad. My
Oh,
dead
yeah,
dad.
you never visited.
Okay,
You
guys,
never
this is
saw
not going
your
to help.
dad in
This
This
12
ain't going to
years.
help. Guys, this is
Well,
not going to help. You guys keep
No,
throwing
it's
shit at
not
each
gonna
other.
help. I didn't come up to be
Why
her
are
No,
you
we
friend.
can't.
even up
She's
here?
not
It's
to be
actually
trusted.
not about
She's
you,
not
Tina.
to
It's
be
dear Team
trusted.
Rose. You
No,
can't
I
stand
came up
not talking.
because
You
Morbid
can't
let me
shut
come up.
up.
But you
True.
guys
I
aren't
didn't
listening
want you up.
That
to.
is
I
true,
didn't want
Rose.
you
But
up
I
here.
wanted
I never
people
wanted
to
you
know
up.
you didn't freaking
No,
offer
Stop talking so Rose can answer.
I never
me
wanted to see
a
your
chunk
stupid
of
face.
All right,
money.
guys, don't
to
talk
go
over
see
each
my
other.
Hear
mother.
you yell at me. I didn't want to hear your
I
voice
don't
at me.
have
I
money.
don't want anything
Morbid,
to do with you ever
Morbid, I
again.
don't have
Tina, don't
money
address
like
me.
Rose.
Don't address
Rose
me.
can
I
take
want
a
you
chunk of
guys.
money
Hey,
and
Rose,
fly
did
to
you hear that? When I
California.
asked Tina, excuse me, Tina, when I asked Tina if she was, if you were good to her and
Wow,
kind to
she
her
stopped.
and generous before the 30-minute shit
She listened
that
to the
happened,
mediator.
she agreed that you were. So let's just agree
Yep,
with that.
I said
And
yes,
Team
and
Rose
I
just
said
say,
I was
okay,
a good
cool.
friend
She's
too.
acknowledging
Right.
the fact. Tina's acknowledging that you were a good friend.
Right.
Until
Right.
this 30 minutes. The problem is those 30 minutes right there. And like I explained, okay, so you guys started insulting each other, or you're getting called out. I'm sure you took it personally, I'm assuming, Tina, and then Team Rose took it personally, and then it just spiraled out of
It's gonna
control.
be a tough job to
which
play
leads
ref with
to
them.
the end of the 30-minute conversation. Tina, my question to you is, Rose said that you went public with all these private messages maybe a few hours later after this conversation. Why did you do that, and why did you feel you needed to do that? Go ahead and
First
answer.
of all, it wasn't hours later. It was
That would be
within
cool.
seconds because
Wow,
for
within
30
seconds. Okay.
Yes, because
Somebody in chat recommended a mohawk. I don't know who said that, but that's an idea.
she
Why did
for
you feel
some weird
this?
reason, I'm trying to tell you, for some reason, she didn't really want to listen to some message of mine 2 days prior.
That would look
for whatever.
badass.
Then she let me up on her panel.
By the way,
Shave the
Rose is going to
sides.
be able to respond, so go ahead and finish your statement.
Okay, it was
I'd
an
like to see you in a
apology
mohawk.
thing, and she let me up. I said, please don't interrupt and break it up. Let me apologize. I did that for 20 damn minutes, but she wouldn't read that message. So after 36 minutes of berating me and not listening to my message, I was like, really, fuck you.
Thank you,
Let's
JP.
go there then, because she said, and the other women in the chat, a lot of them know.
Wrap up the point.
She didn't. She
Wrap it up.
said the
Yeah,
word.
good luck with that.
I thought Rose came on the camera. Maybe it was before this. I didn't watch the before part. I hope she comes back on camera because I want to see if they have a similar haircut.
in public. I'm
Okay.
dragging your ass. Oh, I fucking had it with you. Oh, you better tell me what I want to hear.
Ooh, that's a
For
good voice
36
impersonation.
goddamn minutes. And then she did drag my ass for 12 days while I defended
No,
myself.
everybody's
Okay.
Then she made a
dragging
private
me.
love
Paper,
video.
get your brain
She
on
made
straight.
some weird private love video
But
to my ex.
Tina, hold on one
What?
second.
Yeah,
Because
I
you
made a
did.
private love video.
Yeah,
Oh,
you were looking him in the eyeballs.
all right, hold on with that. Hold on.
Private love video looking in the eyeballs. Where can we see this? Whose video
With
is
that,
that?
now you're taking it somewhere else.
Sweetheart.
Yeah,
Why don't
it's
you
a-
go chase Dolly
It's
Vision?
called.
I'm going to let
Dolly's
Rose
gotta love him.
respond. Tina, please. I'm going to let Rose respond in a second here to that.
Her
Please,
video's
Tina.
out
Please, Tina.
there. It's
Okay, let's
addressed
stop
to
right
Oh,
there, Tina.
please,
Let's
Tina.
stop right there
Please,
because
Tina.
you made a lot
Okay.
of,
She
comments
just
there,
covered
statements.
16 topics.
Now, Team
Which one do you
Rose.
want me to respond
Team
to?
Rose. PCT just admitted.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, Sammy. I think this could be something here. I think she got the rose cut. I think she got the rose haircut.
That within seconds of that 30 minutes, she released the private
be wrong.
information between
Damn
you two
right.
And how do you feel about that?
Ray,
You
Cam, you see
you
how
respond
she
to
thinks
that
that's
now.
a good idea? She still thinks it's good. This is
Tina,
why she's sick in the head.
Tina, let Rose respond. You had your time for a bit there.
The
And
fact that
you
Tina
can respond
thinks
after.
it's okay.
Wait, JP Fluff. So after this occurred, are you saying she went live last night? After Morbid's Tina went live and it was interesting, she read a story about mental illness. She has a book and it seemed to calm her. Oh, so she was calm afterwards? She didn't. Oh, that's interesting. I'm wondering if Rose did too.
The fact that
I hope maybe
Papercut
she'll
Tina
pop
thinks
in.
what she did is okay.
Monkey ass. I think she cut
in
wrong
exposing
end.
those messages instead of apologizing for it. That's what blows my mind about her. And that is not someone I thought that she was. I thought she was someone who's kept her
think
word
it's the rose
and
cut
had some
haircut.
boundaries and understood privacy because she had begged me so many times, and that's all recorded too, to never share our private messages.
That's
And she
fair.
didn't want
That's
me
fair.
to share her
That
private
is fair.
messages.
That is fair.
Now-
But I
Yeah.
never thought she would cross me in the
But
way
Tina,
she did.
Tina,
and
you
make
did
threats.
Doesn't
bring.
matter, Tina. Doesn't matter, Tina.
Yes, it does. When you
Let
make
me ask you
threats
this,
to
Tina.
me,
Why are
I'm
you
gonna
so
wring
busy
your neck.
apologizing
You said
to
I'm gonna
everybody
wring
else?
your
Stop
neck
it, Tina.
12
Stop.
times.
Stop.
Don't
Stop.
minimize your
Stop.
bullshit.
Stop.
You
Stop.
said you were gonna
Stop.
wring
Wait,
my
You'll
neck
guys,
never shut
hold
up.
on.
You will just mute her for a second.
Let's calm
Morbid.
down.
Can you mute her for a second?
Mute her for a second.
Second here,
Why
Tina.
is it
Wring
so
my
Let
neck.
Rose finish.
Wring my neck.
Oh my
Let's
God,
let
you are
Rose finish her.
12 times. 12
Tina,
times.
Tina,
Wring
Tina,
my neck.
Ina.
I don't
I'm gonna let
believe
you
that.
respond
Prove
in
it.
a second,
It's in
please.
I
Tina.
heard it.
Tina.
Tina, if it was 8 times, would it make a difference?
Yes, it would. Yeah.
Oh, really? Would
And
it?
slamming
If it
your
was
fist
7
down.
times.
Let's not talk
so
over each
then
other,
if
guys.
it's 12,
Dead
is the number 12
Bringing
you
up
big
my
trigger?
dead dad. Why haven't you found my sister
Why
yet?
didn't you go
You're
visit
sick.
your dead father? Why didn't
vile.
you go visit
You're
your dead
sick.
father?
Guys, now
Why
we're
didn't you
going
go
low.
visit your father who paid your
That's
rent
not
for
nice.
4
Come on, guys.
fucking years?
Well,
Come
because
on.
you defiled me for 12 damn days. I had to make video after video of
hypocrite.
sticking up for my truth and my reality
Hypocrite.
because
No,
she
you're not
wanted
sticking up for your damn
to
truth.
have a smear campaign.
I could
Okay,
talk
Rose
better if you
and
could mute your
Tina.
pussy first.
That was you, Tina.
Rose, let me
No, that
ask
was
Tina
you.
another question
No, that
here.
was you,
That
Tina.
was you.
Because
all
you
the
don't
way.
want to visit your mom and you don't want anybody to notice, so you decided to wage a war
See?
against me.
See?
Okay,
No.
guys. Oh,
I
wait.
want you more
Hey,
than
hey, ladies, come on. You gotta let me ask some questions here, ladies.
Control of this. You need
Morbid.
to
You guys
stop her
gotta
for
let me
1
ask some
second.
questions.
I'm asking you to mute her for 1 minute,
Morbid.
please.
I don't run an
I don't mute
Airbnb.
anybody. I think we
like
could talk
you.
as adults.
Yeah, you don't work.
Come on,
I don't
guys.
have a
To work.
chunk of money. No, I don't have
Don't
$200 or
stop making it about money,
$300.
Morbid. I am
to go
begging you to
fly.
mute her for 30
Okay.
seconds.
Hey, Tina, be
30
quiet for a
seconds.
second, please. Please, if you respect me, please. And Team Rose, finish your thought, but I have a question for Tina after.
Fine.
Try to lay off the
Why-
attacks, though,
I
guys.
just want to ask her, if I could, why is she so quick to apologize to everybody else and cut everybody else slack except for me?
Okay. Tina, respond.
Oh, I can respond totally fine because for weeks and hours and many long streams up to 3 to 4, 5 hours for 12 fucking days. You know what you called me? A bitch, a fuck, a
No,
whore,
excuse
a
me.
lousy
Oh,
mouth,
Tina?
excuse me. Let me make my question. Let me make my question more if I shut up, Tina. Shut up, Tina. Go on your own channel and
Hey,
stick
Rose,
your
let
face
her
in the
finish
camera.
that one
For
statement
fuck's
there.
sake.
Rose,
Yeah,
let her
let
finish, and I'm going to let you
Rose.
respond.
Tina,
You
Tina,
asked me.
why?
No,
Why?
you asked me, and I'm telling you.
You're not
So shut
answering
up.
my
Hey,
fucking
Rose.
You
question.
don't
You
wanna
laugh
hear
Rose, I'm going to
the
let
truth.
you respond.
She
Rose, I'm
doesn't
going to let
wanna
you
hear the
respond.
truth.
Tina, hurry up and
It's
finish.
Oh my gosh. I'm switching headphones, guys. I had to go start some coffee. Hey. Is this what we have to look forward to? So, from my understanding, I believe they're both the same age. I believe they're both 61. I haven't seen 2 61-year-olds go at it like this before. I don't know about any of y'all.
That last thought.
Respond.
Listen, Tina.
Rose.
Do you want me to respond, Morbid, to her question or
Yes.
not?
So, Rose, please, please, Rose.
Okay, so
And then I'm going to let
I
you
think
respond
so
after.
it
My
sounds
question.
ugly, doesn't it?
What was your...
Truth Seeker, I was hoping that if they went on the panel that there's some progress could be made, but as far as I'm watching, I haven't finished this part yet. I haven't seen the whole thing. It doesn't look very positive. It doesn't look like anything good's going to come out of it, but I actually hoped they would.
Question, Rose. Say it
Your
again.
mom's
Tina,
71?
calm down.
Because it was.
Rose, what was your
Because
question?
My question is,
Oh, you're
after
61?
the 30 minutes, you had to go into a war with me as opposed to forgiving it and,
Just listen,
and
Tina.
letting it move on. Okay, I'm talking about, Tina, every single time I went online, it was a response to the video that you had made for me. I wasn't
Let Rose finish.
I can tell you this, though. My grandma's in her 90s, and she would give you a lashing for this, a verbal lashing.
Let Rose finish. Tina.
And this is a fact, and you can corroborate that with a hell of a lot of people.
1 second, Tina. Go ahead, Rose.
Freaking lie. They watched me respond to you. That is a fact. And if we all looked at it,
That's a lie.
And you're lying. You're a
That's
liar.
a lie.
But I thought you were a genuine
That's a
person.
lie.
Tina, let
Yeah,
Rose finish
that's
her
a lie.
statement, please.
See, I was thinking like over the last week that maybe there was a little bit of hope, but then it turned up and got even. It seems like it even got worse on this panel. The key would be to they would both have to stop and listen in between. You know what I mean? And listen to what the other person's saying before responding, and only stick to that one topic before going to the next accusation. I think that's one of the problems. It goes all over the
Please,
place.
Tina.
Fucking liar.
Dear
You're
person.
a liar.
I thought
You're a
about you.
liar.
Shut your mouth
My grandma would get her magic wand out.
for 5 seconds. You're the worst listener I've ever
You
met.
made fucking video after video with my PCT in it, and you were all raging and happy about the views and the fucking subs. You brought it up every damn live. Ooh, 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 with PCT in it. You dragged my ass. You dragged me like other people dragged other creators. I didn't even know what dragging was till you dragged me.
Okay,
You
Tina,
ignored
let her respond. Let Rose respond.
The way I see it, I don't know about any of y'all in the chat. I feel like it kind of goes back and forth, back and forth. I don't think it's any one person drag. I feel like it goes back and forth. Like even we were watching one the other night where I think it was actually from PCT's channel. She had a panel of maybe whose channel was that in? I don't know who was streaming, but there was 4 people up on the panel. I think you were one of them, Truth Seeker, actually on the live I'm talking about. And Rose was in the chat listening, and she was pretty calm in the chat we were in.
You sure are good at it now for someone who didn't know what it was. You're a natural. I always said you were a natural on YouTube.
Oh, I remember.
You're a natural bully. You're a natural.
I'm not even sad. I'm glad all this truth is coming out
So
because
wait,
a lot
wait,
of women
Gladiator
what
go
they
ahead.
channel.
really are like Rose. A lot of women.
You're a hypocrite.
And men.
You're a hypocrite.
So,
And I
ladies,
literally-
Oh, you are.
ladies,
You
let's
are.
get to a resolution here. Maybe you need
We can't make progress if it's I know you are, but what am I? We can't do it, guys.
to all
There
just
isn't
go your
one.
separate ways and never talk about
Yeah.
each other because
Let's
it
go our own
Gotta
separate
stop
it
the
ways
seems like
tonight.
you guys
She's not.
can't
I think-
rekindle the friendship that you guys had, which was good. Is it
Mhm.
possible? Is it possible for you guys to do this?
She's not the same person.
No, I'm not because you fucking really.
On a serious note, though, I do hope PCT takes my recommendation from yesterday about the curtains because I think it's a good idea, and I actually was being serious. If you didn't hear it, I'll say it again because I know one of her subs is in here right now. I had this idea that if she said she can't hang curtains because, and I know she likes curtains, so hear me out. It's because the apartment doesn't want holes in the walls from the curtain rods, and I get it. Some places are like that. You have to come up with solutions like that when you go to college too, because of the cement walls and everything. And so command strips, get you 2 or 3 of those big Super Duty command strips, stick them up there above, and get one of those skinny tension rods and stretch it out. And then you can pull them right off, and there won't be any mark. There won't even be tack marks. So tack marks are one of the problems. And then if the cats pull the curtains, the rod can fall right off, but you can put the rod back up and there won't be any damage to the wall. Just please consider my recommendation.
Really?
Only a few dollars.
In my mind. You think you were bowling behind closed doors? My daughter didn't even want me to come back to YouTube. She's mentioned your name so many damn times, how mean you are to me, how you can't keep your name
All right,
out of
Tina,
my
you got to
mouth.
let Rose respond. You're putting out so much out there. Rose, go ahead.
I'm
First of
serious,
all, if
too.
your
I'm not trying to
daughter
be funny
asked you
about
to
that
not go
then.
back to YouTube. What are you doing here?
I didn't for 2 days, and it's my choice, not yours, Rose. So
Are you asking? If you're asking to ask it on the panel, you can if you want, or in chat, whatever you like.
Fuck off. It's
All
not
right.
your choice.
What is wrong with you, Tina?
No, I can't stand you.
How about
It's
ask
not
each other
up to you
questions?
what I do in my life. Leave me alone.
Now
Leave
you're
me.
But if you say, no, I can't stand you when you're on the panel trying to make a solution, that's not likely going to help or go anywhere if you blurt out things like, I can't stand you. Just saying, you know.
right
Alone. Leave me alone. You're practically a stalker.
You're a stalker. You chase me everywhere I go. You jump on every panel. You
Bullshit.
right into your mouth.
You're so
won't
full of
trust me.
shit.
Your own daughter.
You're
She
full
begged
of
me
shit. See? Now because I mentioned that, she's going to bring up my daughter for the next 6 days.
Yeah,
She
why are
doesn't
you?
love her daughter. She must
Daughter.
not have a close relationship
Yeah,
to
but
her
you're
daughter.
assuming that, Tina, that she will bring it up. Maybe
No,
she'll
watch,
drop it today.
Watch, Morbid. Subscribe to
Disrespecting
Team
daughter.
Rose.
Well, that's why I would
Watch.
like to have a resolution with you
She
guys.
dragged
Maybe.
Sierra for 3 weeks. She's still
Here.
dragging Lionel. She still drags Mission.
Wait a minute. 1 second. I need to check this. Authenticated. Authenticated. Well, let's give it a whirl. 1 second. Only because I don't know who you are yet. I think I know who you are. I think I might know who you are, but I'm going to put this up just to make sure. Hello? Oh, did you fall off? I'm going to send the link again. I had just let you up. If you're still in the chat, please try again because I was just trying to let you up when you fell off. I think that's a guest that I would like to talk to, too. If you're the guest that was just up on my panel, please try again. I was just letting you up as you dropped down. And I think I do want to talk to you. I think that was one of her ex-friends. Please come back. That looked like, I don't know if I want to say her name, actually. Me, I came in hot. Was that really you? Because that's not the authenticated count. That's not what it said. I checked the account. It was authenticated, and the first name was Anne. And it seems to be somebody that I really enjoyed watching on a prior panel. So I wouldn't mind if they came up on panel again. Try again, please, if you're listening. You fell off right when I was letting you up. I just had to put a screen up until I verified you. So, yes, please come up again. I want to hear from Anne, if that was really you.
And because I don't want to have a dog in her damn fights, she's
All
mad
right.
at me.
Okay,
They're
Tina,
not
hold on.
right.
Let Rose respond. Let Rose respond.
Stop. Why are you on YouTube when your daughter begs you and she can
See?
hear words?
See, she
She's
can't
asking
get
you
it
a
out of her
question,
head
Tina.
now.
I have to say something about that, too, because PCT is going to blame Rose for talking about the daughter and stuff, but you did bring it up first. You said, my daughter doesn't want me on YouTube. That's the thing. You did
Let's
bring
try
it up.
without the
Because I'm
insults.
61.
Yeah, I think it was
I'm
Anne.
on because she knows that I need to say my truth. I'm on because I want to. I'm on because I have a lot of friends. Now, are you going to do a live about it tonight?
You both
Or
have a lot of
tomorrow morning?
friends.
Okay,
Or
let
early in the
Rose
morning?
respond, Tina. You said enough. Go ahead, Rose. Go ahead,
You're
Rose.
just
What a
looking for
weirdo. You're so weird.
Tina, enough with the side comments.
No.
Please, please.
Yes,
looking
yes,
at a
please.
woman who brought it to public information tonight, 2 seconds ago, that you brought up your daughter and said that, and I've heard
And
you bring.
you can shut up about
Tina,
it.
Yeah, that would be
you
cool.
can't just keep interrupting, Tina. Come on.
Morbid, is
Yes.
she
Wait
your
for your
business?
turn.
Is
You can't stop.
my
And don't
daughter
stop.
her fucking
I-
business?
Are you saying you know Anne, Truth Seeker? You probably do know her, but I think that's the account that was trying to come up, and I do
I
want to hear from her.
understand. I
No.
get it.
Shut your trap. Shut your trap.
That lady was cracking me
You
the hell
have
up.
your own kids that don't want to see you.
Oh, she
My
does?
own daughter doesn't see you as much as you want
Tina,
her to.
Tina,
I'm
that's
dishing
enough,
it right
Tina.
back. Well,
Tina,
I'm
that's
gonna dish
enough.
it right
That's
back,
not
Morbid.
Tina. I know, but Tina, that's enough. Let Rose say something. Go ahead, Rose. Please don't interrupt, Tina. Please. Go ahead, Rose. Finish your statement.
Yeah, I agree, Kimmy Kims.
Family, then you're opening up that topic. I didn't bring up my daughter. Okay, my daughter. I'm about to see my daughter. I'm keeping my private life
Don't
private.
get triggered, Tina. Shh, shh, shh.
You
Let her
brought up
finish.
your daughter. Now,
So what?
Oh
So
my-
the fuck what? Do I have to have her come in here right now and say it's okay
No, we don't need that.
You
Don't
fucking
do that,
trap, Rose.
guys.
Do I? Do I? Do I? Do I?
No,
Do
no,
I?
guys, don't.
Do you see how many
You don't
times
need
she's
to.
brought up my daughter in the past 20 seconds? She's fucking obsessed.
Okay, but let her
Leave
just finish
me
her.
alone.
Let her finish what she wanted to say, Tina, without you
Yeah,
interrupting.
Bring her daughter herself and
Weirdo.
try to bring her up. This is called passive aggressive behavior, people.
No, you're freaking obsessed. Leave my daughter alone. You mention her name again, I'm going to the fucking court.
Okay, she said, if you mention my daughter again, I'm going to the fucking court. But PCT, you brought her up first. You said my daughter doesn't even want me on YouTube. She wasn't talking about your daughter, and she didn't bring her up. Just so, I mean, to clarify, that's my perspective of it. To be truthful, it was you who brought her up. The less you talk about the kid stuff is probably better, or personal things. Gives people ammo.
Don't think I'll contact
He
her
tried in the
father.
beginning, Leslie, but it's not going anywhere.
Father will look up your ass.
Tina.
You knock it off.
Okay, Rose, can we not bring up? Can we not bring up anyone's children, please?
One simple thing, Morbid. I said my daughter didn't want me to come back to YouTube, and it's the first fucking thing out of her flappy jack
Okay,
mouth.
okay,
over
so
and over again, and
I
I'm
understand,
sick of it.
Tina.
Do a different topic.
But let's not
Tell
bring
me
up
a
anyone's
different
children
topic.
here, and let's just stick
Yeah,
with
thank
you
Morbid.
two.
Thank you, Morbid. You have scruples,
Thank you, Morbid. You have scruples. PCT, you brought your own kid up. It was you, not Rose.
unlike her.
Unlike
Oh my God.
her. Yeah, you have no
I need
Hello,
my
Sierra.
scruples drained, by the way. Team Rose, let's not bring up anyone's kids. Let's
That
just
sounds
keep
like-
it between you two.
I need my
and see
scruples drained. That sounded a little bit Hormaxer-ish to me.
what kind of resolution we can have. She admitted, as you know, Tina admitted that she went live very in seconds
yes.
to reveal your private information. We get that. So
Right.
where do you want to go from here, Rose? How do we
Well,
solve this and conclude this?
Maybe she does it when they're not around.
She's threatened. She's already called the cops.
It
We
was
get
Horm.
it.
It
We
was
get it. We
Hormaxer.
know. We know.
For a fight.
Work
She
it.
wants
Work
to.
it.
She wants to. By the way, people, this is a public. Here's a public fact. I have not pursued Joe. Okay.
And
then
Joe,
Yep, to go over that statement, she has not pursued Joe. I did hear Team Rose say recently she had no intent. She wasn't going to contact your ex. It may have been on the Savage panel. Savage did an interview with Rose, and I'm pretty sure that's where I heard it. And she said it somewhere else yesterday too. She has no intent on contacting him.
would be the ex-husband, I guess, or
That's a
something.
lie. You know what she did?
She talked about it before, but she said now she's not going to do
And
that.
My email, Joe, 4848@gmail.com.
Oh no,
Rose
no, no!
Tucker,
Come on,
whatever the
guys!
hell.
Stop it!
And then,
Stop.
no, that's what she did. She'd say her email, and then she'd go, no, Joe, don't contact me. You're not allowed to contact me. But this is my email, 4848@gmail.com, Joe. Oh, wait, Joe, don't contact
Tina,
me.
you gotta let Rose talk.
That's who
You
has
gotta
it.
let her
Yeah, you
speak.
don't
Sick of
let her
shit,
answer.
and I'm gonna jump
We know you're angry, but you got to also let them answer.
down because she lies about goddamn
All right, that's fair
everything.
enough. That's fair ugh.
Thank
Okay,
God.
don't say you don't try to contact my ass.
Her
But
Zula.
Tina,
Ex,
before
when
you leave,
throw the email out.
Tina, before you leave, what's a resolution here that you can stick with? And,
That's a good point.
Do
Apartment
you want
walls.
to just never talk about Team Rose again, as
don't
long as
believe
she
it?
doesn't talk about you?
Well, you probably know them better.
What do you
I'm
want?
just saying what
That'd be
I can't say if she would contact Joe or not. I'm just saying what she said. She did say she would not. That's all I can say about that.
nice, but she's freaking beyond
No, I just
obsessed.
want to know what
No,
you
she's
want.
Obsessed.
I want
She's
to know what
obsessed.
you want, and I'll ask Rose when you leave. What do you want from all this
I
right now?
want this to freaking end, and I even tried to kind of be her friend on Easter. But when she pushed the damn narrative the very next day after Easter, that I just really don't want to see my mom. And gee, all she did was try to get me to see my mom. I mean, that's really all she did. Bullshit, Rose. That's not all you did. You publicly dragged me for 12 days. You threatened it. Maybe I beat you to the chase. You're mean. You're vile. You use your gifts over my head. I paid you $200 back. I'm not sending you the shirt. I like the shirt. I paid you $35 for the damn shirt. You didn't even ask for the money. People
Tina,
call me
you
a
got all
grifter.
right, Tina. Thank you, Tina.
Okay,
Rose,
thank
your
you.
audio keeps going in and
Thanks
out,
for
maybe,
letting me
but
come up.
let her speak.
I'm
Let
sick of her lies. Thank
Please
you,
let
Marvin.
Tina, please let
Bye-bye.
Rose respond to what you just
I
said, because
know.
you said a whole lot. That's not fair. You can't just dominate
all right.
this.
You
Yeah.
want me to stay? I'll sit here.
Yeah, just listen.
No more lies.
Okay, Rose,
I'll
without
listen to more lies.
insulting, go ahead, Rose, and
River!
respond. And what do you want? Would
Wanna
you
leave you
agree with
attention.
her
I knew you
on
would.
going your own ways? Can you agree, Rose, to go your own way?
No,
Yeah.
she wants me to go down because I'm an attention whore. That's been her favorite two
Tina,
words about
you're
me for 10
interrupting
days.
again, Tina. That's not cool. Come
Okay,
on.
but she wants me.
I do know she paid the money back. Yes, I remember that. And I believe she showed her cash apps and all that. And if she bought the shirt, then I would keep it too if I bought a shirt. The ex-husband stuff. I mean, I guess anyone would get triggered about that if people were talking about that, in all honesty. But she did. Let's just hope maybe she doesn't, since she did say she wouldn't do that.
Me down, so I better get down.
Let her speak. Let her speak.
Why did you drop her down? She said she was going to drop down. So do what you
Whoa,
said.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Rose, go ahead and
Marvin.
respond. Tina, please, please. Tina,
He's
please.
trying. You
Don't
got to
get
give him
triggered.
credit for that, Raylan,
Rose,
huh?
go ahead and talk now.
This looks like a
is
very hard
Rose's
job.
time, please.
If you don't drop her down, I'm going to have to leave because I'm not going to
See?
see.
No, it's. Oh.
She wants to
See,
stay.
Marvin?
Hello, Goya.
Tina, I don't like to
No,
mute people,
I
but I'm going to
said
have to
if
mute you,
Marvin
Tina.
doesn't drop-
I'm going to have to
Okay.
mute her. Okay, go ahead, Rose.
You can't give him ultimatums, guys, on the panel. You gotta take turns, you know? He's trying. That's not fair.
Tina, just calm down over there.
20 fucking minutes so I can blow my brains out at the end of the stream, listening to your histrionic, horrible voice.
All right,
Rose.
don't give her any questions. Just go ahead and say what you wanted to say, Rose. I muted her. I usually don't do that.
You don't have to kick her totally. Could you just take her off the panel for my mental brain? She can't interrupt me if you drop her off the panel for 5 fucking minutes.
Did he
She's
try
gonna
muting?
interrupt you now. Go ahead and say
Is he
what
gonna
you need
try
to say.
muting it
And then
all?
I want
That
to
would
see if
probably
you have a
help.
resolution for this. Will you go your own
Oh,
way?
she's muted.
As she said she will go her way
is
if you
muted.
go your way.
You just drop her off the panel so I don't have to physically look at her for 1 second.
Okay, I'll remove her for a bit.
Thank you very much.
There you
Appreciate
go.
that.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so go ahead.
You.
What can we do? Because
which
Tina said
topic?
she's willing to go her way if you go her way, your way, and then just end it now.
This seems like the best way.
Y'all
She
can
did?
come to
Take turns
agreement. Yeah,
muting.
she said that.
All right. You're saying that, but it's up to me, right? I have to not do something for her to not, right? Just like with Mission. It's up to me. In other words, if I said I'm not going to talk about her again,
Just in case
and
that
she talked
lady Ann
about
comes
me,
back.
I would still
I
not
never
talk
met her.
about her again. Same as when I promised I wouldn't share our messages. I
And if you are in the chat, I did want to hear from you. I did see you on one panel once, and I thought you were pretty funny.
still haven't. Even though she broke our agreement, I didn't break mine because I like to be a woman of my word, and I like to prove that when I say a promise, I'm going to keep it.
Yeah, but we're all past that now. We understand
That
the history
hurts.
behind this and
Really?
the
Well,
the
I
mess
mean,
that
I
it's
I don't know where
caused.
she is.
But what
See,
I,
she was on. I didn't know if she heard, but she did come up on the panel, and while I was preparing to let her up, she dropped down. So I don't know if she just thought I wasn't going to let her up. I had just hit the button and she dropped down. So I don't know if it was an accident or whatever. But yeah,
I told Rose, what I told Tina the other night, and I'm gonna give you the same challenge. I'm gonna give you the same challenge. One of y'all, either Tina has to be the bigger person or you do, and then just end it and never talk about it again and walk away from it, regardless of what the other does. What do you think?
So, right. So let me ask you this. If we
Monk,
agree
yes.
to not talk about each other ever again, which is very hard to do when you've had a long relationship,
I understand.
it's a real burden actually to repress the need to talk
Happened,
about
Leslie?
and process a huge amount of energy that you've put into a relationship that is ending. It's still a lot to suddenly have to keep your mouth shut on. It's like holding in a big shit, isn't it?
Wow, that's a
healthy.
great
But
analogy.
yes, to read this. Now, I know for a fact she cannot stop mentioning my name, but I could, but it would still be difficult because I'm a woman.
Just a question in the chat. I don't know if I missed something. I've seen somebody in my chat just say something about, is Jimbo okay? And is he, did something happen to him, or did I read that wrong? I'm just wondering.
Who likes to speak and talk and process like all women do. It's what I do. I talk, I speak like you. You're here
Understood.
to speak, right?
Yeah.
Right? Right. So
But
when you're one of
are
those
you
people,
willing to be the bigger person and let it go? And
this.
regardless of
Okay.
what Tina does, you just ignore it and you move on and you do your thing. Or is that something you can't do? It's a hard ask. It's a hard ask.
Are you saying, well, let me ask you this. Is that required of her as well? Or is it just me that has to be the big person?
Well, there's got to be one bigger person, honestly. And it's either you or it's going to be her.
Let me ask you this. Who would you bet on to be able to keep quiet and not talk about the other person for the longest?
You know, I don't know you guys like that, but I'm just saying, I'm asking you because I challenged her to do it. So clearly she wasn't able to do it. She
Don't make Leslie mad. She's the bouncer. I missed that. Whatever happened.
had to respond. She got triggered by what you did. And so she went back to attacking. So I'm going to challenge you. Are you willing to do it?
Ernie asked her to do the same thing. Stop talking about me. And I stopped going even online and doing any lives at all for several days. And she couldn't stop. And he got mad at her.
So how about this? I think we could settle it right here and right now publicly. You guys aren't going to be friends, period. End of story. You can't repair this relationship. It's done. There's too much hurt.
Like
now I'm going to bring Tina up, but I want to ask
listen
you,
to
are
each
you
other,
willing?
though.
Tina, please listen to this. And I'm going to ask you the same question. No insults, no, going
Maybe it'll take
forth.
a little bit of
Simple
time.
question. Team Rose, are you willing right now to stop talking about Tina after you guys leave this panel and you're going to move on? Is that cool? Are you going to agree to that? Tina, listen up. Yes or no, Team Rose?
I can agree to it if she does. If she keeps talking about me, I can promise that I will not respond.
That is fair. Let's bring Tina up. Tina, you heard it. We need just the answer. What do you think about that? Team Rose said she's willing to not talk about you if you are willing to agree on that together right here, right now.
Well, hey, that part's pretty good. She waited backstage. I thought she was going to, like rage quit for being back. That was good. That part.
I gave you my answer before. I am willing. I'm walking away.
Perfect.
And
Now you
she's
guys
like,
agree with
well,
it.
I'm walking away. I'm doing it for me. Let me say why I'm going to do it.
No insults, please. No insults.
No, I'm doing
insults.
it for my sanity.
Okay.
My chat.
So is Rose.
My friends on my channel want me to move on.
Good.
And I'm going to do it. And actually, I didn't think this would help. But for me, it feels like there's some kind of resolve.
There's got to be an end, guys. And I think today this is the moment right here. You guys can't repair this relationship, unfortunately.
She thinks it helped.
But that happens in life and you move on. So if you guys are both willing.
She said she felt like it helped. I feel like this turned it up worse, kind of,
Like Team Rose said, she's willing to do it. If you're willing to do it, and it seems
Hello,
like you're
Bright
willing
Eyes.
to do it,
Hey,
I
Rabbit.
guess we came to a resolution.
Rabbit, did you get what you wanted at the thrift store? I need resolution.
How about that? We finally came to something.
I feel a lot better. I'm going to hop down. Thank you,
Thank you
Marvin.
very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. And I'm going to soon dismiss
Thanks.
Team Rose. Team Rose, are you okay with that? That's good, right? You heard it.
Yeah.
Team Rose. So,
man, I was hoping this went a different
we
way.
came to something. We made a positive move forward now, and we'll see what happens.
I was hoping it would be better.
Do you feel good about that, Rose? I mean, Tina feels good about it. Do you feel good about it? For now, who knows what will happen, but for now, do you feel good about
I'm
it?
smiling right now, so that's a good sign, right?
Yeah. And you guys publicly said it right here on this panel, so it's out there for everybody to know.
Granny's watching said, can we do a poll? Who will break the deal first?
I believe, that she's going to be able to keep it down, but
but let's have trust that both of you guys have resolved it tonight. It sounded like it. Let's leave it there.
I have other people I have to deal with besides her.
Okay. Well, you deal with the other people. I can't help you with all your relationships, but with the Tina thing, I think we resolved it.
Therapist on the streets. Who knows?
Does anyone know if this alleged truce has worked so far? Because Monkey's Ass says it's not over. They'd be at it again. I don't know if you mean they will be.
You guys,
or if they have been.
Came to a conclusion. We all heard it.
I do too, Truth Seeker.
It seemed like to me, and I could be wrong, but it seemed like you really would have preferred it.
Wait, Constance says, did it last through the night? That's what I'm wondering.
before if we could have figured out how to become friends again.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
that
time
would
this
have
was
been
at.
ideal, but then I realized it just can't happen
You think
with
they will
all
be,
the
yeah.
stuff that happened between you
Why
two.
that you? How come you wanted that initially?
You know, I just felt like you guys had a good connection early on, but now too many
It's
things
been going on so long, I honestly can't remember how long at this point. I don't know if it's 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
have happened. Now that I listen to your side of
So
the
far, so
story and
good.
her side of the story, it's going to
Mhm.
be a difficult. I'm not saying it's not possible. Maybe down the road you guys could
I was hoping
reconnect,
maybe
but
I'd
for
see Rose
now,
for a
I
statement.
don't think
PCT
it's
don't
going to be
really come in here, I don't think.
it's going to happen. And I think the best resolution was what we agreed on tonight. Both of you guys said you're going your separate ways.
She
Never
may have
going to
came in
talk
here
about each
once. I
other
can't
again.
remember.
And both of you keep that promise, then we should be good.
It's been a month.
Maybe down the
Oof.
road, you guys feel differently, you know, have a change of heart.
Time
You all
heals
could do
everything,
that
guys.
privately, or, you know, who knows? But for now, it's like you both don't exist anymore. I don't think you could repair that. You can't repair it right now. The friendship, the better solution is go your separate ways, which you both agreed to do right here.
Right.
So,
Right. So
and
you
she
know.
said she felt good about it, and I think you would feel good about it too. I think it's
Yeah. Yeah.
a load
Yeah.
off your
I feel like there could be progress, but they'd have to be willing and not insult. If the insults didn't keep coming out, maybe, you know?
back, you know.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Tina told her
Yeah.
chat.
So
Thank
there we
you.
go.
Yeah.
Are you saying Truth Seeker, she told her chat not to mention her?
I appreciate it.
And now you could go
Oh,
back
not to
to
talk.
what you need to
Okay.
do.
Well, that's a
and now
step.
you don't have to waste your time, you know,
I
going
don't
back and forth.
I don't know if Rose went live.
You guys already
I don't know if she's
have
coming
done
back
that
on.
now so many times.
You guys should check it
No
out.
need to rehash it again. You know.
I didn't see it yet. It looks
Exactly.
like
And
that
y'all
might be
let
the
it
end
out
of it.
today, which I'm grateful that you guys did that.
I did want to see if Rose
but
had
I
the same
understand both
haircut.
sides of
Was that what
the
you were
story
expecting
here.
to happen this way, or were you?
Before I ended, this part, I just
It's
got to see it.
forgivable.
Okay, so she has a pretty short haircut too, because I was like, did she get the same haircut as her? Because it like clicked in my mind suddenly. Wait a minute, Rose has some short hair too, kind of like a bob, you know? I think it's very similar, the haircuts. What do you think? That's kind of interesting. So, okay. All right, Tina was firm. She wanted to try not to have Rose brought up. And then Shannon says Rose has 2 videos up a few hours ago. Oh, hello, Shannon. I was hoping maybe I'd see Rose. I'm going to have to do a little research now. I need to go grab my coffee I made. I didn't grab it yet. Let's check it out. Oh, okay. This one has a plant, though. That doesn't look too violent or anything. Oh, I dropped it. I'm going to have to pull it back up. Hold on a second. Let's see what we can find in our investigations. So there was one. Oh, that's from a day ago. That's probably beforehand. Processing my history of friendships, relationships, lies, betrayal, mother, blah, blah. That's probably before the panel, I'm thinking. Because this one says a day ago, and the panel we just had on was 16 hours ago, which this is 16 hours ago. So the only live it might be is in here. I can kind of scan this maybe. Yeah, I think they have the same hair. Close to the
This is a
same
little
length.
video for you. I see you.
I'm going to pause it and kind of like look through it. I don't know if it's about, I don't know if it has to do with PCT or not. I'm not sure where I'll go with this. So I do got to grab my coffee. I don't want to kind of leave it running on you, but maybe I'll sort of scope it out.
Black people. This house housed
Ooh, that's loud in my
people
ears.
running from the Civil War coming up here. This house that I'm living in right now. There was it was you.
Just sort of skimming.
Did you ever call me 65?
So this was before Morbids. Thank you for that, Lori. So maybe, okay, it must have been around the same time. They both say 16 hours ago. So maybe there hasn't been anything unless it's on the other channel. So this is before, so this doesn't really show anything then. That's what you're saying? Unless it was a video drop. I thought somebody said that she was at it again. 2 hours ago. That's only a 1-minute video. There's Lionel. Shorts. I don't think we can find any new information on the situation. I don't think the 1-minute video has to do with PCT. There's a plant there. I think it's about plants. I'll check it out.
Guys, I wanted to show you what
this is about plants.
happens with your Rose of Sharon indoor plant that goes outdoors in the summer or stays indoors.
My Rose of Sharon stays outside all winter.
When it looks like it's, half dead or just
I don't think this is any
dormant and dried up, and you're communicating with your plant. Beautiful. Look how it completely transformed in just a few days.
That's just about plants, so we don't have a statement unless she's around, Community wall. Some creator will. Yeah, you're probably right about that. That's probably true. Yeah, there's nothing here. Team Rose, are you in my chat by any chance? I know she pops in here sometimes. I don't think there's anything in here. And you said PCT didn't do anything either? Well, let's check. PCT is 13 hours ago. You can only control what's in your grasp. This must be the after panel then. So that might be it for that. And I played a court clip before I started doing the granny stuff. A clip from an important case. It was interesting. It was like a 13-minute clip. I don't think there's anything here. I don't think there's any stirring of the pot here. Nothing that I can see. So far, all is well. Unless anyone knows anything, I don't know. Where people went on other panels. That might be it for that. Let me see. Maybe I should put a link to this court clip. It was interesting. Well, actually, it's at the beginning of my video. It was about the mother of the boy found in the suitcase in Indiana a couple years ago. She made her first court appearance. She appears to be out of her mind. She talked about Space Force has been chasing her, and she's not even her name. She's representing herself. She's a princess. It was odd, and she wants to be her own lawyer. So it's definitely going to be an interesting, if she goes to trial, being her own lawyer. I'll tell you that. She was making all kind of faces with her eyeballs, and I got Daryl Brooks vibes. She was already objecting while the defense was speaking. It was interesting. So I guess I don't really have anything else to play unless anyone wants a panel. I'll throw it in case, but I'm going to grab my coffee. If not, I'll end it. If anyone wants to comment on it, anything, say hello, anything like that, just please let me go grab my coffee. It's sitting in my Keurig. It's going to get cold. I'll stop sharing this. What can I put on real quick so I can get my drink? I got to grab my drink. Ooh, I'll play my classic Constance clip because that'll take me a minute to get my coffee. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'll see if anyone comes up. We got Appalachian clips. Those are always classic. We'll do the long version. Kells Bells, Constance, and Bird. This I'm going to dedicate to you, Constance, since you're in the chat. Be right back.
Hey, Bird, am I echoing to you?
No.
So she's just full of shit. Now it's her damn door.
Now?
No, we're not.
Now I can't hear you. Put on your damn hearing aid then. No, I can't hear anything but Bert's pussy. Say what? One of you has it. Your pussy's too loud. Well, you're the only one queefing.
Yeah, you're the only one up here. You're the only one up here talking. So say what you got to say, and don't act like you can't hear us. You don't have no problem talking all kinds of ignorant bullshit on any. What?
I could talk better if you could mute your pussy first.
How are you going to hear me if I mute? You're such an ignorant cunt.
No, just mute your pussy.
Constance,
No, the pussy's too loud.
are you still hurt that over all the shit you still crying from the other night, honey?
The only pussy up here is you.
You don't have to mute. Just your pussy has to mute.
No, you the only pussy that need to mute.
Yeah, and stick one of them. Go over to
Maybe you
Jimbo's and
shouldn't
he'll
have
let you.
masturbated so much, and you wouldn't be queefing. Because I'm telling you what, that shit smells like tuna.
Now
Go
there's
over
a
one of those.
now there's a pussy echo.
Constance, are you scared of me or something? Hey, Bird, am I echoing to you?
Ooh, it almost played on a loop. Got back just in time. We'll do a Shannon too, because Shannon's in here. And somebody struck her. How dare you?
The thing, bitch, when you die, you know what's gonna happen? Fucking cats are gonna eat your body before anybody goddamn notices. All right, you're alone in the world. You're alone in the world, where are you? Except for your pussies. Woo! The thing, bitch, when you die, you know what's gonna happen? Fucking cats.
My bad. I hate that it's always on the loop. It's so annoying. Get that thing off there. Alrighty here. Now let's see. I don't know if there's anything else to play exciting. That might be just about it, unless anyone wants to come up. Like I said, I'll drop it one more time, just in case. But yeah, the Constance, that's a classic Constance one. That one's been around for a while. That's where the mute your pussy clip comes from. That's just the extended version. Oh, yes. Back to the earthquake. So before I went live, it could be felt here, and I thought I was bugging out. I was like, not an earthquake again, because we never had earthquakes here. I've been here forever. And we did have a pretty good one a couple years ago. And I was saying it made my greenhouse shake. And this time I knew it wasn't just the planes. You know, I live near a base, so there's always rumbling. You know, you often hear me complaining about the planes, and I have to mute out. So I'm used to that kind of rumble. But shit was shaking, glass was shaking. I was like, what in the hell? We don't get earthquakes here, but I could feel it on the ground. And I went out to the front yard to see if I was bugging out, and I saw neighbors outside looking around too. So then I knew it really was an earthquake. So yeah, I felt that this morning, a little before I went live, and I was about to mention it, and somebody in the chat said that there was one in New York and New Jersey. So I don't know much about that. Well, BDAC, you missed the sparring grannies again. They had another fight last night. It didn't go well. It was supposed to be to hopefully get some resolution. So I did play and comment on that. And before that, I played a court clip. A little court clip because it was interesting. And now I'm just talking about the earthquake that happened this morning. I need to figure out where it originated. Some people in the chat were saying excuse me, did you say New York, New Jersey? Was that you? Copy that? I didn't have time to look anything up, you know. I'll probably look it up after I end this, but in case anyone wants to come up, I'm just giving it a few minutes. Because we never had earthquakes here, so that's really odd. And we never had tornadoes here either. In the last, 6, 7 years, all of a sudden, we get those occasional warnings. I've had to go in my basement and hide before, and it's just odd how the weather, it does appear to be changing, at least where I am. And I do think it's weird. I'm nowhere near the Ring of Fire. That's where some of my family is in Alaska, and they're used to the earthquakes, like I mentioned earlier, but there's no earthquakes here usually. I would like to know how bad of an earthquake it was. Was it just, where it was on the Richter scale? Sandy says New York and New Jersey. Have you heard of any injuries, or was it just a light one? Do you know any information on that? Truth Seeker says there's much happening in the world and we got people fighting when we need to do better. The plates in the ocean are shifting too close. Well, listen, I live on a friggin' island, so I don't need any plates shifting. I got no way out if my bridge breaks. The only way off of here is a bridge. There's 2 bridges, major bridges, and that's the only way off. Unless you take your boat. It's just there's never been anything like that before that I noticed, and like I said, I've been here forever, so I don't know. I kind of want to look now if I could find anything. I'll try to look real quick. I don't want to keep everyone, waiting and bored and everything, but let me see if I can find anything real quick. Unless anyone has any links. Earthquake. I know there was just a bad one in Taiwan. Oh. Earthquake breaking news rattles New Jersey, New York City, and surrounding areas. Oh, here we go. 4.8 magnitude. So that must have been the one I felt. And it was, all right, I'm going to put that up here for a second. See if I can pull that up. Looks like they're live talking about it. I don't know how much I missed. We can take a look at it. Do some current news. Current news for a moment. Hey, Sweet Vixen.
Earthquake prediction has basically stalled. What we can do in the West Coast, and we've already implemented, is have earthquake early warning. And that's where the sensors first detect an earthquake, estimate how big it is, and broadcast a warning. And you can get 5 or 10 seconds of a heads up time to be ready for strong shaking.
Let's see what happens
it's not
here.
Much, but it actually can help quite a bit.
And is there a way to tell whether or not an earthquake, a particular event, might be a precursor to something
4.8
even larger in magnitude, or is that
that's
not
pretty
something
good for an area that's not used to earthquakes? That's pretty, that's pretty. It probably was intense to them. I'm just seeing if I could find any pictures of damage or where they start talking about that. Just a little bit of current news here. Let's see. All right, that looks like a good place. A 4.8 magnitude earthquake in New Jersey may impact some air traffic facilities in New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, and Baltimore. Air traffic operations are resuming as quickly as possible. I didn't think of that either.
Happening at ATC facilities and at the airports. So for some period of time today, we're going to see some delays in and out of the Northeast out of an abundance of caution.
Yeah,
so,
and what about the situation
that
is
should start to taper as the day goes on.
I won't keep y'all long. I know there's other lives I heard about scheduled and stuff.
Philadelphia too.
It's nothing to people that are used to it.
I mean, Chris, are a lot of hubs, and so
I was saying earlier when you weren't here, BDAC, my some of my family lives in Alaska. I now have my brother and one sister now, but both of them were there, and cousins and stuff like that. But anyways, there was a 7.4. I don't know if it was last year before. Actually, Alaska, who's in the chat sometimes, was in that area too, the same area. But anyways, as the quake was happening, there was a lot of destruction. Roads were completely ripped apart and people were unable to travel, get to their houses. It was really bad. And a bureau and a shelf, my brother's son was a toddler sleeping in his bed, taking a nap, and the bookshelf and bureau was coming down, and he just happened to go by at the right moment and scoop him up because the furniture fell on his bed. It would have landed on my nephew. You know what I mean? He got him just in time. Like a lot of people got hurt. 7.4. There was a 7. I don't know. It's really. I wouldn't want to live there. It happens all the time.
if we're talking
Just
about
hell
hubs being
no.
affected, there could be a ripple effect.
Yeah,
So
it was
even if
bad.
you're not in the Northeast and you're traveling,
My
to
sister lost a lot of. They lost a lot of things in the house, like knickknacks, glass, stuff like that. It all fell down. But
today, you might. Of
Ohio
course,
got
Chris knows
flooded.
better than me, but you might just want to keep track of your flight.
Well, ironically, I am texting with a college friend of mine. Who
Okay, it says there tremors felt in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Connecticut. Well, it was felt here on Cape Cod, on my island. I think, yeah, I won't keep you long. I know
happens to
there's
be a
other
pilot
lives.
who is flying into New York City as he's flying in right now. And he's saying that he's hearing that there is some delay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's flying into LaGuardia, and
Oh
I
my
just
God,
texted
I
him
would
and I said,
die
"What are you hearing?"
on a plane, unable
so
to
far,
land.
He's flying in from Florida, so I don't know, Chris, what happens
Oh
when you're in
God,
the air
P. Diddy stuff.
and those delays start to accumulate. Do planes come in, or do they get, do they have to
Okay,
circle
I
around?
kind of just want a clip on the
He's
quake.
thinking that it's okay.
I'll do this 2-minute clip. That sounds better.
And that
This is 2
breaking news
minutes.
concerns an earthquake that hit New York and New Jersey. And we felt it up here in southern New England as well. The U.S. Geological Survey puts the preliminary magnitude at 4.8 and says the epicenter was in Lebanon, New Jersey. It struck at 10:23 this morning.
I hate. See, shit's still flying around.
Wow, this video just released a short time ago shows the moment the earthquake hit. This is from a coffee shop in Boonton, New Jersey. That's about a half an hour
They're yelling, "Is that an
northeast of
earthquake?"
Lebanon. You can hear the plates rattle and people reacting inside the shop.
Yeah.
New York City felt the brunt of it, but so far there are no reports of any major damage.
Cape Cod.
We've heard from many of our viewers who phoned in telling
This
us
is the second
they
quake
felt their
I've
homes
had.
or offices shaking too.
We never had
Let's get right
earthquakes.
on over to
This is
Storm
weird.
Team 10's Jason Dorse for all the details. What you got, Jason?
Hey there, Barb. And yeah, a lot of us here in southern New England did feel the shaking of the ground as the earthquake was happening, the epicenter in New Jersey, as we just talked about.
If this
The
dude would
official
move his
epicenter
ass,
from the U.S.
if this dude would move his ass, I'm trying to see where I am on the map. Right over there. I'm over here. See the islands? And I felt it all the way over there.
USGS is the reference point of White House, New Jersey there. And that is where at 10:23 we did have that 4.8 magnitude earthquake.
Okay,
Now
that's
we
an
did feel
earthquake.
it
Yeah,
from
BDAC.
Boston basically all the way down to DC, and the USGS
Oh yeah, aren't you on the fault lines? You're in the ring of fire, aren't you, BDAC?
estimates here in Rhode Island and Bristol County, Massachusetts, we felt anywhere between about a 2.9 and about a 3.1 magnitude.
Just enough to shake the ground.
Earthquake, or the ground rather, shaking. But this is the strongest earthquake we've had in the Northeast since 2002. So it's been over 20 years since we have seen an earthquake of this magnitude. And the 4.8 is right on that threshold, but slightly below it of when we typically start to see a little bit
Why
of
are we having
damage associated
earthquakes?
with earthquakes. That's usually right around a magnitude 5. So thankfully, as of right now, still no reports of any major structural damage, and hopefully it's going to stay that way.
Standing in front
Across
of me.
the area this afternoon, it is a chilly 130s and 40s, and unfortunately, those temperatures not going to be getting much better. Clouds are in place, and they're going to be with us through the rest of the
Okay, that's that. Anyways, yeah, so I'm over here in the islands. I can't do it because this is where I am over here. Cape Cod. Oh, stop playing, stop playing. Go back over here. Okay, let me see. I think right now, if anyone's interested, if that's your thing, they're doing some kind of interview. I don't know what the interview's about. I just heard it word of mouth. So I think that's what's happening, and a lot of people are going to that. I think some people have left to that. I have no idea what it's about. Only thing I heard is there's an interview, so I don't know if anyone's covering that, if they're going to that. I am probably going to go back into my true crime stuff. I'm going to be looking at. I can't help it. I can't stop. I don't know about any of y'all, but I've been in the hole of the finding everything I can find on P. Diddy. I can't believe it. I just can't. It's way deeper than you can comprehend that people can be and do some of the things that's alleged. I'll say alleged. It's pretty horrifying. Oh, Traders is going to go live. Oh, let's put her in here. Let's put her link in here. Is she going live now? This is just, I'm only hanging out at this point. I'm finished with what I was doing, and nobody wanted to come on the panel, so I'm cool with that. If she wants to go live, I'll end it. I already did a little current events. We did the PCT thing and the court thing. The court thing is mainly why I wanted to come live for, and that was only a 13-minute clip at the beginning. Yeah, it's really insane. Was there something I wanted to show you, Mama T? I'm trying to think. If anyone has time, yeah, and you are bored later, check out the beginning where I showed the court clip. It's a very short clip. It's about, if any of you remember that weren't here, that story of the little boy that was found in the suitcase. Well, they had finally caught the mom who's been on the run, and I had to play it. I had to show you guys because she is trying to be her own lawyer, she requested. She said she's a princess and she's not her name. She's an entity. It was really odd. And she said she's being followed by space programs and all kind of weird shit. And it seemed like it's going to be another one of those Daryl Brooks type things. She said she's a sovereign citizen. It was too good not to show the clip. So if you want to see that in your board, it's at the beginning of this live right here. And it's really short, so you might want to catch that later. Wasn't that so odd, Jackie Blue? I just don't know if the judge, now let me see, I wrote it down. I'm going to definitely try to stream that. It's April 25th, pretrial at 9 a.m. for the trial, scheduled August 6th. And it's Dejuan Anderson. Dejuan? I forget how to pronounce her name, actually. And she's alleging that she's 63 years old and that she's really 38 is what I'm hearing. So I don't know why she's saying she's so old. She's also alleging that the boy was not really a boy. Her son was not really her son. He was an avatar for evil spirits that come and attach themselves, some entity, and that the entity was like 100 years old or some weird shit like that. She's far out there. It's going to be a very interesting trial. I don't think the judge is going to allow her to represent herself as she has requested, though, but he's given her 5 days to put in writing her formal request to represent herself. I think on the download, they're going to give her a psych evaluation, and I don't think it's going to happen. But if they do let it happen, I'm here for it. Because that is weird. Okay, let's see. All right, yep. Is Traders live? Let's go to Traders. I don't know if it was an act. I can't tell. If she's been talking about this shit for years, then maybe she is psycho, you know? But I don't know if it's part of her plan to act psycho. She was making weird faces, rolling her eyes and stuff. It was interesting. But I get that too, that she's gonna plead insanity, but maybe not. She almost acts like she believed herself, so that's the weird thing. Maybe she does. I don't know. Maybe she's schizophrenic. No clue. I don't know what this Space Force being after her though shit is all about. No, she's gonna go live soon though. I guess that's what I've heard. Another staunch is what it sounds like. Yeah, and for the trial, it will definitely be Daryl Brooks vibes. And that guy that judge had the patience of a saint. I don't think there's any judge in the world that would put up with that shit that woman had to put up with. She did an excellent job. She was not given any chance for that guy to get a mistrial. She wasn't letting it happen. She followed everything by the books, as frustrating as it was for her. She's going. Oh, okay. She's going to be in the Dr. Vance channel in about 15 minutes. We can catch y'all there. And I guess I'll end it because nobody wanted to go up and chat. Right? One more time. Going once, going twice, a couple minutes. I'll try one more time. Oh, frig, my link's gone. We got 15 minutes. I can try again. Or you can go catch the big interview that some of you have been waiting for. Lips is being interviewed currently by Nicolina, is what I'm hearing, if that's your kind of thing. I have no idea, once again, what it's about. Let me get the doctor. Can somebody get the Dr. Vance channel just for those that don't have it? No Fear is asking for that link, and I don't know who else doesn't have it. I'm not sure what her subject is, but I'm kind of taking a guess here. She said she's a princess, and the Space Force has been after her for a couple years, and she's gonna prove it. And something about Q. The whole sovereign citizen thing was ridiculous, though. Constance, you got to see it if you didn't see it. This lady's cray cray. Yeah, I'll wait till they put the link. Don't worry, I won't end it till they put the link. It was absolutely insane. So, as I said, that's why I went live. I was just gonna do that quick little thing, and then, a lot of times I have panels. I did a serious thing yesterday? But, once somebody sent me the word that there was a good panel last night, I just couldn't. I had to go over that one because, But I actually did think they were going to work some of it out, but it wasn't even working. We got nowhere out of that. It seemed like it made things worse. But let's see. All right, there's Sarah, I need to text you. Where can we do that? I'm afraid I might have to do one of those freaking Discord things. I'm still trying to put mine back on. It wouldn't let me change my damn password, so I had to make another friggin' one, so that people can message me just to. Oh, Nick is being interviewed by Lips. Lips is the interviewer. What could she interview about? Thank you for the link. I wonder what that kind of thing is about. I don't really use it, but I have a messenger. I don't really check it, but if somebody tells me that there's a message there, I'll look. Apparently never mind. I won't talk about that. Never mind on that. I gotta get my phone charger, drink this coffee. Hope we have no earthquakes again. If we do, they'll probably be small. Yes, I believe. I love the ocean. I got a couple oceans here. I got hella oceans. Ocean. Oh, I like this one. Oh, I like that one. I don't think I saw that one before. I have a nighttime ocean. I should take some clips and figure out how to repeat them. We're just wasting some time. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I have some of my oceans that I wonder if I can do that. Take some of my ocean clips. I have ocean clips in my shorts that are my ocean. See, some of my first clips was me feeding the ducks at my pond, and then a lot of ocean shorts in the beginning. I did a lot of ocean shit. I just got new boots in the mail. My boots were so worn out from doing my ocean trips that they were friggin' leaking into my feet, and you can't have that because it's still cold here. Way too cold to have this ocean on your friggin' feet, I'll tell you what. I can't find my heated socks. I got me some new fishing boots yesterday, so those should be pretty good waterproof. They're Extra Tough brand. And now I'm just babbling about nothing. Oh, I wish I could share pictures here, but you just can't because my kid just went to the Dominican and she got some kisses from sea lions and shit. You go to those water park things and the thing had big whiskers. I bet it tickled. I would never let it kiss me, no thanks, but she did. And she wore some sort of a scuba helmet type thing, and you go underwater and swim with the fishes and stuff and touch the bottom where there's some shipwreck stuff. I'm like, oh, nope. Apparently, she told me that it made her very nervous. She didn't actually care for it, but she tried it. I wish I could go to somewhere tropical and warm. She does travel a lot when she has her breaks from work, does a lot of vacationing in between her busy job. You just booked a trip to Miami. Nice. Sorry, I'm trying to find the right beach. I like this one in the daytime. Now we're just waiting for traders. I'm trying to find a song. All right, maybe let me see. On the way out, while we're just chatting in here, y'all chat until we do what you got to do. Get your drinks, bathroom trips. Constance is going to make the popcorn for everyone. And, oh, you found it? Thanks. And let me see. Maybe I'll play a song from one of my niece's songs, I told some of you my niece has music, Well, actually, my family's pretty musical in a whole. They do a lot of music stuff, but my niece made a CD when she was in high school. I'll play one of her songs. Let me see. I got a couple of them in here. I don't know which one I want to play. I could play the one that she wrote about addiction, how it starts young, or the one she wrote. The other one reminds me of childhood. I'm trying to think which is more sad. I could do the sad childhood one or the one about addiction. What do y'all say? Which one should I pick? I'm gonna let you pick. Oh, Constance got the popcorn. But yeah, I have already two of her songs uploaded in here. Condo cheaper than it is cheaper to get a place. I usually, when we could travel once a year or whatever to Florida, we'd get a house instead of a hotel, just a house. If you just get a house with a pool, you can have a lot of fun and just enjoy the warm weather. You don't have to go do all the crazy stuff. It's just fun to be there and be in the warmth, cook all your own foods. Cheaper that way too. Go to the store, buy your, go grocery shopping. Well, this one's kind of a sad song. And the other one's a little more upbeat. All right, I'll do the one that's more upbeat then. It's not completely happy, but it's, about how, kids can pick up the addiction from their families and start young. I'll go with that one. I'll play that, and then I almost played the sad one instead. I'll play that one, and then I'll see y'all at Traders, and you can chat in here for a minute if you want. I'm going to get some refill, warm up my drink, actually. And I'll see y'all at Traders. Need to get my DM charger, too. Oh, I hate the nerve conductive thing. I hate doing that, judo.
Tell me the story about when you were only 5. You hit the jackpot with your grandpa. $50 in your eyes was like a million little pieces that were falling into place. Oh, it was great. You went right down to the corner store, bought candy and some chips, and as soon as you got home, he put that bottle to his lips. He fell asleep, but
what?
It
it's
was
your birthday?
fine 'cause you had everything you need.
Tomorrow.
Oh, it was great.
Oh God, the big 5-0. Yes, chaotic.
And winning in this life is just winning in your mind. They will trick you, cheat you, make you believe this pretty little lie that if you had a little more, it would all be fine. So you throw some change down the drain, let them wash away your brain, and you're hoping.
Happy early birthday to Leslie, everybody. Happy late birthday to you, Judo.
Story about when you were 45. You lost your house, you lost your kids, you lost that ever-loving wife. You lost your dignity to live through a penny made a wish. Wasn't that great? Look back through all the years you drank yourself through every tear, and every dollar that you made was for another stupid beer. You had it all, but then you lost it. I guess that's what this all cost. Wasn't that great?
Hope your head feels better.
And winning in this life is just winning in your mind. They will trick you, cheat you, make you believe this pretty little lie that if you had a little more, it would all be fine. So you throw some change down the drain, let them wash away your brain, and you're hoping one day it'll wash away the pain. Oh, winning in this life is just winning in your mind. They will trick you, cheat you, make you believe this pretty little lie that if you had a little more, it would all be fine. So you throw some change down the drain, let them wash away your brain, and you're hoping one day it'll wash away the pain.
I'm waiting for my chat to load so I can try something. I might have to play another one while we're waiting.
It hasn't worked yet, but I think it will one day. Okay, I'm wrong, it doesn't wash away the pain. But if I don't, I know that I will go insane.
Okay, that did work. We're not done yet. One more song from my niece. Here's another one that she did. It's my niece. She did it in high school. Here's another one by her. We have lots of musicians in the family.
His brother died at the age of 5. His sister's been sick for the longest time. He's falling.
Yeah, I wanted to give out the
apart,
presents.
but he's holding it together. He doesn't
Yeah, you got
wanna
one.
let go. His daddy's not around, so he's got no one to follow. He gets out of school and
Actually,
he walks home
I'll
alone.
do the other one. Fuck it.
He goes to bed scared, only worse comes tomorrow. He doesn't wanna let
Usually
go.
wait, but
He draws a tear, then he wipes it away. 'Cause nobody's there
Thank
to
you.
tell him it'll be okay. He's lost all his hope. He's all on his own. He's thinking he might let go.
our family played at the last wedding.
To the good that you
Cello,
have
violins, and stuff.
It gets better, but you just don't see it yet. The days are long.
Dang
and
it,
the
Chaotic,
nights
you didn't
even
get one.
longer. But hold on, you can make it much farther. All hope is gone and you're crying on the ground. You pray to God, asking why'd he let you down. You said, do you even care? Why did you do this? Are you even there? Or should I just let go? A cold winter night in the streets all alone. He puts on a jacket and tries to stay warm.
I like to play with the shit.
Apart, but he's holding it together.
This
He doesn't
one.
wanna let go.
I like this one because of the water.
In the blink of an eye. Oh, they go so
Thank you.
fast. He just tries to survive.
She's currently in
Around, only looking for a home. He doesn't
doing a
wanna
study.
let go.
High school for it, music.
He draws a tear.
I mean
then he
college,
wipes
excuse me.
it away, 'cause nobody's there to tell him it'll be okay. He's lost all his hope. He's all on his own. He's thinking he might let go. But hold tight to the good that you have left. It gets better, but you just don't see it yet. The days are long and the nights even longer. But hold on, you can make it much farther. All hope is gone and you're crying on the ground.
All channels can gift 10 memberships a month. I usually spread them out though. YouTube gives us all 10 memberships for free to give out.
Should I just let go? He draws a tear, then he wipes it away. 'Cause nobody's there to tell him it'll be okay. He's lost all his hope. He's all on his own. He's thinking he might let go. But hold tight to the good that you have left. It gets better, but you just don't see it yet. The days are long and the nights even longer. But hold on, you could make it much farther. All hope is gone and you're crying on the ground. You pray to God, asking why'd he let you down. You said, do you even care?
Yep, see ya, traders.
Are you even there? Or should I just let go? Should I just let go?
I did a tutorial, if anyone's wondering, in my video section of how to use your free gifted memberships. I don't know if I could, I don't know. Does anyone want the tutorial or we just head to traders? Let me see. If I can find it really quickly, I will. I don't want to hold anyone up here. Let's see. If I can find that tutorial for anyone wondering, let me check my video section. Oh my gosh, I forgot about my Tiger and Eagle video. I got to do my PCT Tiger video. Now, let me see. I know I made a tutorial. I thought it was in my video section. I don't see it. That's really weird. I don't think it's... I'm still looking. If not, I'll just end. I'm going to end it anyways, but I could have sworn it was there. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm going to put the link. I found it. It's not where I thought it was. I'll put the link if you want to save it for later of how to get your free 10 memberships that you can gift out. It's for any creator. Smaller creators, I believe, but it shows you how I did an actual screen tutorial to show you how to use them. YouTube gives you 10 free memberships a month. They come in to give out to anyone, and they come in bundles of 5, so you can do all 10 at once, which I just did, which I usually do 5 and then wait a couple weeks and do the other 5 because they re-up every month that you can give out. But there is a link to go to traders right there from Chaotic, and then under Chaotics, if you want to save my tutorial on how to get your free memberships and how to use them if you don't know how, that video will explain to you. And now I'm going to end it, and I will see you at traders. Thanks for chilling.